Babe, I've started. Just do this one, please. Thank you. Akọ́dá ayé ìbà o, àṣèbà àṣẹ̀dá, àṣèbà tí wáyé ọjọ́, àṣèbà tí wọ̀ oòrùn. Elédùmarè ọba tẹ́rẹ kárí ayé ajúbà ọ̀, àníjúbà wa ṣe ọ̀. Ẹ̀làbọrú, ẹ̀làbọyè, ẹ̀làbọṣíṣẹ ọ̀, mọ̀ṣogbó àtọyìn ọ̀. Grand Rising, how are we doing today? Thank you for joining. Welcome to another episode of Ìṣẹ̀ṣe for today. Jane Juma Eko Juma Ekaro, Mr. Mike Ekaro Eko Juma. How are we doing today? Grand Rising, Ojúmọ́re, Ojúmọ́ Ayọ̀, Ojúmọ́ Ìdùnnú àti àlàáfíà fún gbogbo wa níbi gbogbo tá a tún ń gbọ́ wa o. Yeah, let's like, let's share, and let's repost. Good morning, rolling on YouTube. Ekaro Eko Juma. Ekaro Eko Juma. Where are we streaming from today? Níbo lẹ ti ń gbọ́ wa lónìí? Eko Juma. Ojúmọ́ ire, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀, ojúmọ́ ìdùnnú, ojúmọ́ àlàáfíà ní gbogbo tẹ́ bá ti ń gbọ́ mi o. A kú ọ̀sẹ̀ Ifá o. Today is ọ̀sẹ̀ Ifá. Ẹ káàárọ̀. As you join in, please tap on your screen, like, share, and repost. Today is ọ̀sẹ̀ Ifá. Anikọ́lọ́sẹ̀ Ogbe o. It's also ọ̀sẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun, and it is the same day that is ọ̀sẹ̀ of. It's ọ̀sẹ̀ Ajé, ọ̀sẹ̀ Olókun, ọ̀sẹ̀ Ọlọ́sà. Láti Nasarawa State, ẹ kú ojúmọ́. No, the hi. Ẹ kú ojúmọ́. Ojúmọ́ ire, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀, ojúmọ́ ìdùnnú àti àlàáfíà o. A ṣe ẹ̀làbọrú ẹ̀làbọyè o. Today is episode 25. We are airing episode 25 of Ìṣẹ̀ṣe for today this morning. Keep tapping on your screen, keep liking, keep sharing, and let's repost. We couldn't have Ìṣẹ̀ṣe for today yesterday. Those of you on the Global Ifá community page, I dropped a message earlier on yesterday. So if you did not get the notification, it means you are not on the channel and you need to be. Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ. Good morning and welcome to another episode of Ìṣẹ̀ṣe for today. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀. A kú ọ̀sẹ̀ Ajé. Thank you so much, Mr. Mike. A kú ọ̀sẹ̀ Ajé. A kú ọ̀sẹ̀ Olókun, ọ̀sẹ̀ Ọlọ́sà. Today is ọ̀sẹ̀ for Ajé, for Olókun, for Ọlọ́sà. Today is ọ̀sẹ̀ for Èṣù, for Ifá. Today is ọ̀sẹ̀ Ifá. Àǹtí Tóyìn, ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ kú ojúmọ́ níbi gbogbo tẹ́ bá ti ń gbọ́ wa o. A ṣe ẹ̀làbọrú, ẹ̀làbọyè, ẹ̀làbọṣíṣẹ o. Keep tapping on your screen, keep liking, keep sharing so that the algorithm can move our live streaming and increase the visibility for today. Ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ kú ojúmọ́ níbi gbogbo tẹ́ bá ti ń gbọ́ wa o. A ṣe ẹ̀làbọrú ẹ̀làbọyè ẹ̀làbọṣíṣẹ o. A ṣe ògbó àtọyìn o. Ifá ó bá mi ṣe, kí Elédùmarè ó bá mi ṣe. Àwọn tó ṣawo kù sẹ́yìn, ó bá mi ṣe. Àní kífá ó bá mi ṣe, kí Olódùmarè ó bá mi ṣe. Àwọn tó ṣawo kù sẹ́yìn, ó bá mi ṣe. Àní kífá ó bá wa ṣe o, kí Elédùmarè ó bá wa ṣe. àwọn tó ṣàwó kù sẹ́yìn kó bá wa ṣe. Àǹtí Bùkọ́lá àṣe gbogbo àtọ̀yìn ẹ káàárọ̀ ẹ kú ojúmọ́ níbi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ wa lénìí ẹ káàárọ̀ ẹ kú ojúmọ́. Ojúmọ́ ire, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀, ojúmọ́ ìdùnnú àti àlàáfíà. Grand rising to this beautiful day wherever it is you're streaming from, and welcome to another episode of Àṣẹ for today. I love singing that song too. Àní kí Ifá ó bá ní ṣe, kí Elédùmarè ó bá ní ṣe. Àwọn tó ṣàwó kù sẹ́yìn ó bá wa ṣe. Àní kí Ifá ó bá ní ṣe, kí Olódùmarè ó bá ní ṣe. Àwọn tó ṣàwó kù sẹ́yìn ó bá wa ṣe. The song means Ifá should fulfill and accomplish everything for us. Olódùmarè should fulfill and accomplish everything for us. And those that have gone ahead of us, our ancestors, they should fulfill and accomplish every good thing for us. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ifá bá wa ṣe o, Olódùmarè á bá wa ṣe. Àwọn tó ṣàwó kù sẹ́yìn wọ́n á bá wa ṣe tiwa láṣẹ pé o, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ojúmọ́ ire, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀, ojúmọ́ ìdùnnú àti àlàáfíà ni èní lọ́sẹ̀ Ifá. Ifá olókun asọ̀rọ̀ dayọ̀, Ifá ẹlẹ́rìí ìpín, Ifá sọ̀rọ̀ wa dayọ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ifá tó rí ẹni tí ò sunwọ̀n ṣe, Ifá bá wa tún orí wa ṣe níbi tó ti kù díẹ̀ káàtó láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. A máa rí bá ti ṣe, a máa rọ́nà gbégbà, àní ṣubú dànù. Àwọn tá à ń ṣọ̀sẹ̀ fún lénìí, ọlọ́sẹ̀ ó gbà ọ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ibi gbogbo tá a ti ń pe Ifá lénìí, ibi gbogbo tá a ti ń ṣọ̀sẹ̀ lénìí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn ọlọ́sẹ̀ á gbà lọ́wọ́ wa, wọn ò ní dá sí wa lára ọ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọn ò ní dá sí wa lára ọ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn ọlọ́sẹ̀ á bá wa gbà níbi gbogbo tá a bá ti ń ṣe Ifá lénìí. Ifá ó bá wa ṣe, kí Olódùmarè ó bá wa ṣe. Àwọn tó ṣàwó kù sẹ́yìn kó bá wa ṣe. Àwọn tó ṣàwó kù sẹ́yìn wọ́n á bá wa ṣe tiwa láṣẹ pé o, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wherever it is that we are today, giving offerings to Ifá, giving offerings to Ajé, to Ọ̀ṣun, to Olókun, to Ọlọ́ṣà, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ifá would accept our offerings. All the rishas we are giving offerings to today, they would accept it and they will give us the blessings. As we do our Ose, it is an exchange. We are giving offerings to the Orishas and they are giving us blessings in return. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àwọn tó ṣàwó kù sẹ́yìn, àwọn tó láyé, àwọn tó nílẹ̀, wọ́n á bá wa ṣe tiwa láṣẹ pé o. If you are on the global Ifá community, what is the Odù Ifá for today? Odù Ifá wo là ń gbé yẹ̀wò lénìí? If you are in the global Ifá community, what's the Odù Ifá for today? Odù Ifá wo là ń gbé yẹ̀wò lónìí? Keep tapping, keep liking, keep sharing. Send in your heart me for today. The finger heart goal is what we have today. So send in your finger heart on TikTok. Send in your daily heart me, the finger heart, the heart me. Those are the two targets we have today. Gift of valor, Ojúmọ́ ire. Aunty Tóyìn ṣe Odù Ifá for today is Ogbe. Odù Ifá Ogbe ni Odù Ifá tá à ń gbé yẹ̀wò lénìí. Odù Ifá Ogbe láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn tó láyé, àwọn tó nílẹ̀, wọ́n á bá wa ṣe. Odù tá à ń gbọ́ yìí, odù tá à ń mú yẹ̀wò lénìí. Á gbé owó, á gbé ọlá, á gbé ajé, á gbé ọlà, á gbé wá fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn ọlọ́sẹ̀ á bá wa ṣe o. Àǹtí Bùkọ́lá ẹ ṣé gan ni o. Thank you so much for that gift. Odù Ifá Ogbe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Odù Ifá Ogbe lọ́wọ́ ọ̀tún, ọmọ òdì lọ́wọ́ òsì. Òun ni Odù Ifá tá à ń gbé yẹ̀wò lénìí. Before we start, let's make our ìbà. Akọ́dá ayé àṣèbà, àṣèbà ṣẹ̀dá, àṣèbà tí wáyé ọjọ́, àṣèbà tí wọ̀ oòrùn. Elédùmarè ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé, àṣèbà aníkíbà wa ṣẹ. Òràn ọmọ níṣẹ́ fàyà tí àṣèbà, ọba tó lọ kọ́rin ké sí àṣèbà. Ọba lánàá, ọba lénìí, ọba títí ayérayé, àṣèbà aníkíbà wa ṣẹ o. Kábíyèsí Elédùmarè ọba tó fi gbogbo àgbálá ayé yìí tó fi ṣe àpótí ìtìsẹ̀ rẹ̀, àṣèbà aníkíbà wa ṣẹ o. Gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà tá à ń ṣọ̀sẹ̀ fún lénìí, àṣèbà, Ifá Olókun, Ifá Ọlọ́ṣà, Ifá ẹlẹ́rìí ìpín, Ifá afinimọ̀nà ọmọ aráyé, àṣèbà àníkọ́lọ́sẹ̀ ó gbà. Gbogbo àwa tá a nífá, àṣèbà ikin, àṣeyé ìpà ikin, àṣeyé ìpà odò, kífá múre wá fún wa, kó mú ayọ̀ wá fún wa bá a ṣe ń ṣọ̀sẹ̀ Ifá lénìí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Èní lọ̀sẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun, Ọ̀ṣunṣẹ̀ Ǹdẹ̀ṣẹ́, olóòyè ayọ̀, ládékojú ẹbọra tí ń gbé nínú omi, ìyá mi ẹ̀wùjí alágbolódò, àṣèbà, ó wáyọ̀rìn wáyọ̀rìn bí ẹni wa owó, bí ẹni wa ọlá, bí ẹni wa ọlà, kó wá wa tiwa wá fún wa lénìí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àṣẹ omi o, ọ̀tá o, ẹ̀rí o, àdáhùn, aṣọre yèyé Ọ̀ṣun o, kíbà wá ṣe o, olókun ọlọ́sà ajé, àṣèbà ní gbogbo orígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbálá ayé tó ti ń pe ajé lénìí, àní kọ́lọ́sẹ̀ ó gbà ọ́, kájé dúró tì wá, kájé jẹun, kájé digba nínú ilé wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Káwa náà máa nídìí láti máa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ajé, láti máa yọ̀ pẹ̀lú ajé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwa ní ríjà àwọn òrìṣà yìí o, gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà tá à ń ṣọ̀sẹ̀ fún lénìí wọn ò ní kọ̀dí àìmọ̀ṣe sí wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọ̀pàkẹ́ àlàkẹ́, ẹ̀yin alágogo idẹ, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi arógbaṣọ má balẹ̀, ẹ̀yin ọlọ́mú kan tí ń fún gba ọmọ ọlọ́mú, ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ kan tí ń bẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ méjì ìjà, àṣèbáyín o, ẹ̀yin olókìkí òru, ẹ̀yin tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè gbélé ayé lé lọ́wọ́, ẹ̀yin arógbaṣọ má balẹ̀, ẹ̀yin atẹ̀lẹ̀ òjòrò òró, àṣèbáyín o, ẹ̀yin abiyamọ òde ọ̀run, abiyamọ ayé, abiyamọ ọ̀run, ògbẹ́kún ọmọ ìta tí wéré, abiyamọ ọlọ́jà gbọ̀rọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀ tí ò jẹ́ kọ́mọ ó ṣubú, tí ò jẹ́ kọ́mọ ó jábọ́, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi tẹ́ ẹ láyé, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ẹlẹ́yẹ, àṣèbá aníkíbà wá ṣe o, lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbálá ayé níbi tẹ́ ẹ wà, tẹ́ ẹ jókòó sí, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi kúkúrú, àṣèbáyín o, àníkẹ́ ẹ gbà, àníkẹ́ ẹ gbà fún wa, àníkẹ́ fún wa lẹ́yọ̀ọ́nù wa, àníkẹ́ fún wa lẹ́yọ̀ọ́nù yín, kẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká ráyé gbé, ká rí tajé ṣe, ká rẹ́yọ̀ọ́nù yín ní gbogbo ọ̀nà tá a bá kọjú sí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àníkíbà wá ṣe o, àṣèbá orí, àṣèbá ẹlẹ́dàá, àṣèbá gbogbo lọ́balọ́ba, gbogbo níjòyè níjòyè, ìyá mi ajíbọ́lá, ìyá mi ẹdán, onílé mi ògbódò ọ̀rà, ìyá mi àbẹ̀ní, àṣèbá gbogbo ọmọ onílé, àṣèbá gbogbo babaláwo, gbogbo Iyanifa, gbogbo bàbá lórìṣà, gbogbo ìyá lórìṣà, gbogbo ẹ̀yin olúwo, gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìyá àbíyè, gbogbo ẹ̀yin apènà, gbogbo ẹ̀yin balógun, gbogbo ẹ̀yin lísà láṣèbà látòkè lókè láì dápá kan sí, àníkíbà wá ṣe ọ. Wọ́n ní àdáṣe ní ń hun mọ́, ìbá ò gbọ́dọ̀ hun ọmọ ènìyàn, èmi àti ní àti dé àti júbà lẹ́nu kò ní ń hun wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn tá à ń gbé bà fún wọn á bá wa ṣe, ẹgbẹ́ ayé ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀run, àṣemúsòmúsò ẹgbẹ́ o, àníkẹ́gbẹ́ dúró tì wá, àṣe àkíkà ẹgbẹ́ bọ̀rọ̀ kíní ayé bọ̀rọ̀ kíní ọ̀run, kẹ́ wá bá wa ṣe tiwa láṣẹ pé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Bá a ṣe tún fẹ́ wọnú ẹ̀kọ́ Ifá mi ìlénì, ọgbọ́n ìmọ̀ àti òye tó wà nínú Ifá, tí Ifá fi ń jẹ́ afinimọ̀nà, tí Ifá fi ń jẹ́ atọ́nisọ́nà, Ifá tọ́ wa sọ́nà, Ifá bá wa ṣe o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn aláṣẹkù wọn á bá wa ṣe tiwa láṣẹ pé o, àṣẹ. Àṣèbá o, mo ṣèbá gbogbo orí kọ̀ọ̀kan tó péjọ síbí lénìí, mo ṣèbá yín lọ́kùnrin lóbìnrin lọ́mọdé lágbàlagbà níbi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ mi, àṣèbà àníkíbà wá ṣe o, àṣẹ. Ẹ káàbọ̀, ẹ kú ojúmọ́, grand rising, and welcome to another episode of Àṣẹ for today. We are still on season 2 and today is episode 25. And the Odù Ifá for today is Ogbe. Send in your daily hearts, the daily hearts me for today, and send in your finger hearts. Those are the goals that we have on YouTube today, on TikTok today. Those of you on YouTube, send in your gift to support and to teach the algorithm that more and more people need to see this. Ogbe is the Odù Ifá for today, and as usual, I will be reading from Ẹṣé Gonio, Dayo P, Adupe, Ẹṣé, all those that are sending in their gifts, home wakan things. Am I pronouncing it well? Thank you so much for that. Mr. Mike, Jane, I greet you, grand rising. We're reading from the manuscript of the Sacred Ifá text, where we're going to be diving into the ancient Yoruba rendering of this essay Ifá Ogbe. And we're going to be reading the English translation. Then we'll be talking about the lessons and the blessings in this Odù. And we're going to bring out the Iwure. And then how to apply this Odù Ifá to our everyday lives. How to apply this Odù Ifá to our everyday lives and to modern day life. That's the essence of doing all of this. We should be able to appropriate it into everyday life and make a difference, improve the quality of our lives, avoid mistakes, and live a better quality life, an effortless life towards success. That's the entire meaning and reason for Ifa. Ifa is the voice of Olodumare. Ifa is global and universal knowledge. And that means anybody and everybody can apply it. Anybody can apply the teachings of Ifa in their lives. Firm decision or firm decision, Ekojuma or Grand Rising. Odù Ifá Ogbe. I will read in Yoruba first, then go ahead and translate it. Wọ́n ní òní wíríwírí Ogbe òdì, ọ̀la wíríwírí Ogbe òdì, Ogbe òdì nìkan ló kù bọ̀ lẹ́yìn wíríwírí. Adífá fún odídẹrẹ́, ọmọ àtìdí ṣòwò ẹ̀jẹ̀, ẹbọ láwo ní kó mú ṣe, ó gbẹ́bọ níbẹ̀, ó rúbọ, ó gbérú ọ̀pẹ, ó tù. Òwò ẹ̀jẹ̀ kan tá a ṣe lóṣù yìí, orí jẹ́ kó dọmọ àṣẹ. Let's read that again. Òní wíríwírí Ogbe òdì, ọ̀la wíríwírí Ogbe òdì, Ogbe òdì nìkan ló kù bọ̀ lẹ́yìn tí ń ṣe wíríwírí. Adífá fún odídẹrẹ́, ọmọ àtìdí ṣòwò ẹ̀jẹ̀, ẹbọ láwo ní kó mú ṣe, ó gbẹ́bọ níbẹ̀, ó rúbọ, ó gbérú ọ̀pẹ, ó tù. Òwò ẹ̀jẹ̀ kan tá a ṣe lóṣù yìí, orí jẹ́ kó dọmọ àṣẹ. Now the English translation. Today trembles, but Ogbe stands firm. Tomorrow there's trembling. Ogbe still stands firm. Ogbe alone remained and was moving even after the trembling. This Ifa divination was cast for Odidere, the sacred bird, who is the child of the one that began the business of blood. The business of blood in this context is the menstrual cycle. She was told to offer sacrifice. She heard and she performed the sacrifice. She carried the offerings and it was accepted. One cycle of blood flowed, another cycle of blood flows. Whoever experiences blood flow this month, may their Ori turn it into the birth of a child. Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ. Now, at a glance, this Odù Ifá looks as if it's speaking about women, and it's speaking about reproduction, and it's speaking about childbirth and the cycle of a woman. But like I always say, the text, the first 2-3 lines of text of description that precedes the divination that was done for that person is the one that usually speaks about what is happening in nature that we can learn. The story that was initially told to that person before they came to divine for Ifa. So there is always the Iton. The Iton is the story. Ifa teaches us, Olodumare teaches us, Eshegoni, Mr. Mike, Ifa teaches us and Olodumare teaches us from the things that we can see. He teaches us from the things that we can see, from the things that we can understand, so that we can relate it. So the part where we can see and understand talks about Oni wiri wiri Ogbe òdì, Ọ̀la wiri wiri Ogbe òdì. The flash goal is up. It says heart me from 9 different people. So if you have not sent in your heart me, 9 different people should send in their heart me for today on TikTok to help us meet that flash goal. Oni wiri wiri Ogbe òdì, Ọ̀la wiri wiri Ogbe òdì. English translation says today trembles, but Ogbe stands firm. Tomorrow trembles, Ogbe stands firm. Now that was the introductory story or introductory explanation for this person. And that is supposed to tell us what? As we are going through life, there will be a lot of trembling every day. Today we'll tremble, tomorrow there will be trembling. But the only people that get to experience the blessings that is coming, that gets to experience the help of the ancestors and the help of the divine, are those that have learned to stand firm irrespective. Now, we all know what life is. Life is filled with different chapters, different phases, different ups and downs. These things will happen. So when they happen, it's not something that is supposed to make you tremble in it. Life will tremble. Today there will be trembling. Tomorrow there will be trembling. Everything might be going on good at this point, and then something will just happen that will literally shake the core of what you believe and what you think. But what is going to determine whether you will stand tomorrow like Ogbe did is the things that you have actually put into yourself today. Which is why I say, as much as it depends on you, study these essay fast, know these Odù Ifá, study them. Because it's going to require of you the knowledge of. If you haven't sent in your heart me for today on TikTok, please send it in. The Don, Eshe Goni, Eshe Pupo. We need 9 people to send in that heart me. 1 person now, we need 8 more people. Thank you so much. Ajay will continue to increase it for you. Last share, Elédùmarè. So when these things happen, life will always have trembling. I need you to understand that. Coming into Ifa, Ifa is not promising you a life without trembling here and there. What Ifa promises you is that there is not going to be an entire collapse and a total failure that doesn't have remedy. No. Ifa says there would always be a way out. But there will just always be trembling. Con 8, thank you so much for that gift. There will be trembling here and there. How are you going to be able to stand firm like Ogbe? It is when you understand the things that your ancestors stand for. You understand what Ifa says. Every Odù Ifá explains real life situation, which can be up or down for anybody. And you can go, please send in your hearts me. Thank you for that gift. Con 8, thank you so much for that gift. Kindly send in your hearts me for today. We need 8 more people. So every Odù Ifá tells you that there are situations in life. Situations will happen in life. But every Odù goes to the next step to explain what the situation is, provide a solution to it, give you the instructions of how not to go back into it. That alone should make you rest assured. A couple of days ago, I was speaking with Mr. Mike, and there was something that was significant in what he said. He said he's not even afraid of losing anything or starting over again, because he's at a point in his life where he knows that he is fully equipped with everything that he needs to make it through in life. So even if he finds himself in a situation that feels like the Orisha says I should put everything that I have now into something and start building all over again, he said he's more than confident to be able to do it. And you have to get to that point where you are so sure that no matter what it is, the moment I have access to ask Ifa, there would always be a fixing. That is why in this side of life, in this side of spirituality, we are not about perfection. I want a perfect life. I don't want to make mistakes. I don't want to do this. As much as we try our best to make sure that yet you don't get into any problem. Gizmo, thank you so much. We need 7 more people to send in their heart me for today on TikTok. In as much as we don't want to jump into problems, stumble into problems, hit our head here and hit our head there, we also understand human life and we allow ourselves to be human. We do not have any expectation of perfection and holiness and fear of if I do this, if I do that. No. We have this underlying understanding that even if I hit a roadblock, even if I bump into something, because Odù Ifá already says, Bano Sherini, Ọ̀la ò ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀, bẹ́ẹ̀ni ṣe rí, ọ̀la lè má rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ọ̀túnla ọmọ ìyá wọn gan lè má sùnwọ̀n. Meaning that the way yesterday was, today is not like that. The way today is, tomorrow might not necessarily be like that. The day after it might be totally different. But we have this assurance and this confidence. We are not gaslighting ourselves. It is not a hope. It is an assurance. We know that at every point where we turn to, if you miss the road and you have a GPS, you know your GPS would always tell you reroute. Okay, you have missed the road. Now take the second turning and take the left turn to be able to get back on the highway. It would always find you out. And it will always guide you through the best possible route. You need to go into life with that in your mind. If not, this human life, you are heading for something you will not be able to handle. So if life for you is still at a point of, I just hope I don't make a mistake. I hope I don't lose it. I hope this doesn't happen. I hope that doesn't. No. If that is what your experience in life is, Ogbe is telling you, you cannot afford to live like that. To
Torí every day a máa rí òní wíríwírí Ogbe òdì. Ọ̀la náà sì lè wíríwírí, but you have to stand. Today might tremble, tomorrow might tremble, the day after it might tremble. Ifa is not promising you that the moment you do your Itefa, there will be no trembling. Mr. Mike, thank you so much for that gift. Ifa is not saying that. Anybody that brings you into Ifa and says, the moment you have done your Itefa, everything will just be going smoothly, they lie to you. Excuse me, they lie to you. And don't allow that. That is the lies that religion sold to us and is still selling to people, and they have not been able to maintain it. They've not been able to provide that. That's why everything about religion is falling out of place now, because they were unrealistic expectations. Ifa is not giving you that. But the confidence we have on this side is a whole lot better than what religion can give. Why? Because we understand real life. So this Odù Ifá is telling us that irrespective of what is happening, what you are going through, what the future is going to be, stay close to your Ifa. Just hold on. Understand that Ifa would always guide you every step of the way. If Ifa has told you something yesterday and it says, oh, this thing is going to be perfect, and 2 years down the line you are experiencing certain things, as against religion, that people will sit down and be crying, but God, you are the one that told me, why is this happening? Oh God, don't leave me. It's my village people, because I'm sure of what God said. Yes, you are certain what Ifa said, but Ifa allows you to come back and check. Ifa tells you that, see, that decision or that choice that I guided you into making, some other people have made choices along the line that has influenced the results. And instead of you just being stuck there, it's like you are going on a journey and you already know we're going 30 minutes, we'll just be driving up north for the next 30 minutes. That's how the journey is supposed to be. Then somehow there are 2 drivers that just decide to be stupid that early morning, and then there is a collision. Maybe not even a collision. Maybe it's just somebody who says, I'm not going to move for you, you are not going to move for me. Now you are stuck there. Just like in traffic, you do not have to be at that point. There are different routes, there are different places you can go to, there are different routes that you can pass through. You have that confidence that as long as my GPS is working, there are 1,000,001 turns here, I'm going to find my way out of it. That is the confidence with which you are supposed to live your life when you come into Ifa. Being confident that irrespective of what happened, I would always go back to Ifa, and Ifa will guide me and direct me out of this. That is the quality of life we are talking about. That is the effortless life that Ifa provides. Not a promise of there won't be problems, there won't be challenges. No. But a promise of, as long as you are following the instructions and the directions of Ifa per time. He says the way yesterday is, today is not like that. The way today is, tomorrow might not be like that. That is why a Babalawo is advised, admonished to do his Ifa every Ose, to do his divination every Ose. Our flash goal is still up. We have 4 minutes to go, and we need 6 more people to send in their hearts meet today. 6 more people. Help us meet the flash goal so that the algorithm can push this streaming to more and more people. 6 more people. 6 more different people. The heart me is just 1 per day for each person. 6 more people to send in their heart me. Impact team, thank you so much for that. 5 more people. In your marun local Ogbe is Ogbe Ifá for today, and we have just 4 minutes. 5 people in 4 minutes. I know we can do it. Mr. Mike Eshegon. So that is the Itan of this Odù, the entry level of this Odù. So as Odidere, the person that this Odù Ifá was done for, as Odidere came in, Mr. Mike, thank you, and the Odù Ifá was cast, this was the story that was first told to Odidere. Irrespective of what you are going through, stand firm, because you understand what Ifa does, because you understand where Ifa comes from. Impacting life, thank you so much for joining. Please send in your heart me for today. Target goal is the heart me, and we need 5 more people, and we have less than 3 minutes. for that goal to expire, 5 more people to send in their hearts me. So if I was telling Odidere that I don't know what you're going through right now, the Babalawo said, it doesn't matter what you're going through right now, just let your faith, let your reality be that Ifa will always lead you through it. Ifa would always guide you through it. Now, the next line says, Ogbe nìkan ló kù tó ń ṣẹbọ lẹ́yìn wíríwírí. Now, even in that trembling, Ogbe was the only one that remained. They said Ogbe was the only one that remained and kept on doing his ebo even in the trembling. Ifa says the days of trembling will come. Ogbe was the only one that remained and continued to do his ebo. He was the only one that remained and continued in the practice of Ifa, despite the fact that life was trembling. Now, this is common practice with people. People come to spirituality, come to religion when they have a problem. And the moment things are going well, you see them there, they're always, active and all of that. The moment they start to face challenges, they begin to withdraw. First hand of challenge, second hand of challenge, and they are out. They are only there to get something. And I understand that a lot of you came into Ifa because you needed something. And that is why Ifa is here, to give you direction, solution, and all of that. But Ifa is more than just a fixer. Ifa is more than that. Ifa is universal and global knowledge. Ifa is the voice of Elédùmarè, the divine and supreme being that has created the roadmap of life. You don't go to your manual only when you have a problem. You don't buy a gadget, put the manual aside and wait until the day that I mess up with the wires. That's when I will pick up the manual. No. You pick up the manual every day as you're about to do something new. Oh, now I want to unplug it. What does the manual say? Now I'm going to sleep. How does the manual say I should keep it? Should I cover it? Now is the next morning. Am I supposed to clean it with water or with soap? The manual is by the side. You are checking through it every day. As a student in school who is studying to become a doctor, you are going through your textbooks every day. You don't come into your textbook after you have written exam and then you have failed. Then you now come to say, let me quickly read and do a makeup test. No. So you don't do the same thing when you are coming into the practice of Ifa. You don't. No matter the trembling, Ifa is still the one that is going to direct you. So where exactly are you going? Ifa is the one that is still going to direct you. Whether you are going on the right path or going on the wrong path, you need Ifa. If what you are going through in life right now is a beautiful experience of life, you need to follow the directions of Ifa so as not to lose that beautiful experience, to guard it, to guide it, to protect it, to continue to expand and increase it. You need that beautiful experience. Our Heart Me goal is still on. Send in your Heart Me. Send in your Heart Me goals. Yeah, thank you. So you need to still work with Ifa to protect that good thing that you have. If your things are not going in the direction that they should go, you need Ifa. So irrespective of where life is turning, you are coming into Ifa with the knowledge that this is where I am, this is what I'm doing. I'm not doing this because of a certain thing. I'm doing this because this is my way of life. One of my clients and I were speaking yesterday, and he said, I'm at a point where I have come to accept that Ifa is the way. Even if I find out at the end of the day, oh, somebody is deceiving me, he says, I would rather sit down with the deception and the lies of my father's house than to go and be deceived in somebody else's father's house. Whatever it is that my father's house look like, we will sit down in it like that. Shebi is my father's house. If it is dirty, if it is smelling, if it is not, we will sit down here. It is my father's house. This is my heritage. This is where I come from. There is a reason I take my source from here. So people like that have gotten to a point in their life when they say, it is not about what I'm coming to get from Ifa. It is about understanding my true identity. This is who I am. This is who I identify as. Come rain, come shine, we are here. This is family. This is home for me. Nobody says, oh, I'm going to run out of my house today because the house is smelling. Let me go and sleep in the neighbor's house. No, we stay there and we fix it. That is why it's called our home. That is why it's called family. We fix it. And this is our ÌṢẸṣE. ΙШΕШE is the way of life of where you take your source from. This is ΙШΕШE. This is where you take your source from. This is what it is. Irrespective of what it looks like, this is you. No matter how far away you've gone, no matter how far away your ancestors have gone before you came here, even if you don't have a single relative identity physically in this current time, you are African and you know it. This is your identity. This is your truth. This is your home. So until you get to the point where you tell yourself that whatever it is, I'm not going anywhere, this is home for me, we will fix it. That is when you have come into Ifa to really do it the way it is. That is the only point you can stand, irrespective of the shivering. For some people now, Ifa is just a bandwagon train. Oh, everybody is doing it, let me do it. Oh, that seems to be the next big thing, let me join them. In a couple of months, a couple of years, we will find out those that are here and those that are just, passing through. As long as Ifa can give me money, as long as Ifa can give, Ifa is going to do all of that. But Ifa also tells you that human life has its challenges. So what is going to happen on that day where you buy that soap and it doesn't give you money? What's going to happen on that day when you give that ebo and your situation is still the same? And Ifa is saying, hold on and wait, it's not yet time. What's going to happen on that day? You will rush out again to find out what Chinese spirituality is, or you will head over again to find out what Indian spirituality is. No, this is home. So until you digest that part and you have the assurance that this is home, and what do we do at home? We take care of ourselves. We fix things ourselves. Home is not a place where we don't face challenges. We do. But home is the place where we sit down, we bear it all in the truth of what it is, and we fix it. That is what it is. So this is home. Until you accept the reality that this is home, you will continue to float like this. Life will continue to do you like this. You don't know how it makes me feel speaking with those two people during this week. Not during the week, I think it was over the weekend. I spoke with the other person yesterday. I spoke with Mr. Mike on Sunday. Understanding that these are the people that I'm surrounding myself with. People who would say, it doesn't matter what's going to happen, we are here. I am super convinced that this is where I belong. I'm not going anywhere again. What am I looking for? And that's the truth. That's the reality of what Ifa is. If you have not experienced Ifa and ΙШΕШE at that point, I don't know what you have been doing. I don't know who has been teaching you. I don't know what you have been feeding yourself with. Which is why I say, if anybody told you that somebody was in Ifa and then the person now changed and went into religion, the person was never in Ifa, because, excuse me, what are they going to tell you that you will leave Ifa and go into religion? Is it money they want to promise you? Is it Orun that they want to say, when you leave this world, you will go on into one? We already know that. Is it healing? Is it wife? Is it children? Is it promotion? Is it peace of mind? What exactly will they be promising you? No, everything you need is here. And here feels more comfortable, more assuring, more realistic, more truthful, because here tells you that everything is not going to be all rosy. That's not the way human life is. Now that's check. Because anybody that tells you human life is going to be all rosy, the moment you become born again, all things will pass away and all things become new. Your life will become, it's a lie. It is a lie. We have lived long on this side of life to know that all that is a lie. So Ifa says life will be filled with challenges. Check, that's real. But then what does he also say? At every point, Ifa tells you what to do, when to wait, when to move, where to turn, when to be calm, when to fix yourself, when to fix everything outside. Now that gives you an assurance. Ifa is not expecting or demanding holiness and righteousness from you. Now that pressure is off. There is no holiness and righteousness that anybody is asking you to bring. Ifa says, the way you are, this is the way you are. If you fail, if you falter, come and fix it. That's what Ifa says. Come and fix it. And then you come in there and you fix it. And you move on. And Ifa gives you an instruction. Don't do this again. Don't go back into this again. This is the reason for this and that is the reason for that. Now you understand why you are not supposed to do certain things even if every other person is doing it. And then it helps you. Thank you so much for the gift, Mr. Mike. It helps you to have a better life. You understand your boundaries. Now that sounds like reality. So he says here that Ogbe was the only one that remained and continued to give Ebo despite the trembling. Ifa says this divination was cast for Odidere. Now let's see the person that this divination was cast for. What exactly was Odidere going through that this divination came out for them? This divination was cast for Odidere, the sacred bird, the child of the one who began the business of blood, who began the menstrual cycle. Yoruba says, Odifa fun Odidere omo atidi ṣòwò ẹ̀jẹ̀. Odidere is female here. That's the description. Now they are describing Odidere as female based on her menstrual cycle. What has her menstrual cycle got to do with this? There must have been an issue with Odidere's menstrual cycle before she came. That was why Ifa described her as the one with the menstrual cycle. Now, let me pause at this point and tell you that Ifa is interested in every aspect of your life. People come to me to say, can I ask Ifa about this? You mean I can talk to Ifa about this? Ifa is global and universal knowledge. There is Odù Ifá for stone. There is Odù Ifá for water. There is Odù Ifá for alcohol. There is Odù Ifá for the sun, for the moon, for frog, for lion. We read it a couple of, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, describing the lion and how it walks around his territorial gifts. There is Odù Ifá for everything. The things that you consider inanimate and insignificant, there is Odù Ifá for it. Now, how can you tell me that there is a part of your life that Odù Ifá will not speak about? Odù Ifá speaks on everything you are going through. So for every woman that is going through one thing or the other that is relating with your feminine health, whatever it is, Odù Ifá is speaking today to a fellow woman like you, irrespective of your gender, irrespective of who you are. Odù Ifá will always respond to you. Someone says, I sent messages about doing Ifá, but no response till now. Are you sure it's me you are sending a message to? I don't think so. Because I don't, except you sent a message last night, I don't have any unread messages. I make sure I clear all of that, even if it takes me hours before I go to bed. So please, first of all, let's be sure of where you are sending a message to. If you are sure it's me, then that means you have gotten a reply from me. Because if you have not gotten a reply from me, how are you sure that it's my number? Have you gotten any reply from me yet? That's the only assurance that I will know that it's me. But copy the number that will be shown on your screen again and send a message. Maybe your message has gone down so far that I didn't see it, but it will pop up again. Understand the fact that there are many. You got so that means I've responded to you. So wait for the next response. If I sent you the channel link, it means that I saw your message and I responded. So if you have another question after, just wait for the next response. You have sent a message to the right place, you would get a response. Ifa says here that irrespective of what is happening with you, what you are going through, there is an Odù Ifá for it. Okay? Now, what was Odidere's issue? What was her situation? Odidere has been okay. Now, Ifa says here that every month Odidere has been seeing her menstrual cycle. but Odidere wants to get pregnant. Is that okay? Now, for a woman, her menstrual cycle, her monthly cycle is a good thing. It means that she has come into a place of adulthood. She's now a woman. She has come to the place of sacredness. She has tapped into another portal of life that only a woman of her age can tap into. Right. Now, but she wants to switch from that good place to another level of good place, which is to become pregnant. But every month she keeps seeing her cycle and she's like, when is it going to pause for pregnancy to come in? That was why Odidere came for this divination. Ifa told her to, the Babalawo told her to offer Ebo as prescribed by Ifa. She heard and she performed it. She carried her offerings and it was accepted. Ifa says after then, one cycle of blood flow and another cycle of blood flow, and the next cycle will become a child. Wọ́n ní òwò ẹ̀jẹ̀ kan, èyí tá a ṣe lóṣù yìí, orí jẹ́ kó dọmọ. The cycle of this month, the cycle of next month, the intercourse that is going to be coming next, may your ori turn it into conception, into pregnancy. Now, let's pause at that point. Odidere came in as a woman who was experiencing her monthly flow. Now, why I said that is a blessing on its own is because it is not every woman her age that is experiencing regular monthly flow. There are people that are dealing with irregular monthly flow. Their own problem is that I'm not pregnant and I barely see my period. That's the problem. Some women are going through situations where their child is of age. She's already 14, 15, 16, and she has never experienced this beautiful side of being a woman. That's a problem. So the fact that Odidere was experiencing it, she was experiencing a gift already. Now this Odù is teaching us that there are different levels of life. Whatever level you are right now, whatever blessings you are enjoying right now, whatever gifts you have right now, whatever good thing you think life is offering you right now, there is still something higher. And to move from this point to that next point, it requires sacrifices and appeasement, instructions and divination of Ifa. There is something higher than where you are. There is something better than where you are. Ifa does not encourage us to just attain a level of life and just stay there. No. Inquire from Ifa, is there still a place called higher than this? Is there still a place called better than this? What am I required to put into life to get to that place? We have been talking about generational wealth. You are going to move from the stage of being broke and being poor to move to the stage of having money. When you have money, you can feed yourself, you can buy clothes, you can make your hair, you can buy fancy jewelry, you can do all of those good stuff, pay school fees, save a little here and there. You have money. That's a level. Then you go to the level of, oh, I'm rich. You can now have extra. You can do things that are not really what you need, but what you want. You can help a few other people here and there. Then you go to the level of I am wealthy. You will now start to build connections with people that are also wealthy. It is no longer I am rich. You are living in wealth. You are creating wealth for other people. Other people are getting wealthy through you. Different levels. Then you come into the level of now creating generational wealth. Not just in your lifetime, not just for the people you will meet in your lifetime, but for people that are coming behind you. You are creating a system that is going to employ thousands of people even when you are not there. You are creating a system that is going to clothe, feed, house, educate, help, and support millions of people when you are not there. There are different levels to this thing. And as you move from one level, ask what is the next level. If Ifa says, oh, you can still be here for a while, yes. But the moment Ifa says it's time to move to the next level, always understand that there is always a better that Ifa is preparing you for, that Elédùmarè is preparing you for. And for you to experience it, there are certain steps you need to take. It's not just going to happen and come by itself. Oh, as long as a woman is seeing her monthly cycle, she can get pregnant. Can means there is the possibility and the ability to get pregnant. But she's not automatically just going to get pregnant because she has started seeing her monthly cycle. No. There are things that has to be done. There has to be a union of a man and a woman at a specific time called the window. What's that thing called? The ovulation window. It has to be during that time. And it has to be done unprotected to be able to say, okay, there's a free flow of A to B, and then there's a fusion and a conception. It doesn't just happen because she is in her monthly period. And you also need to understand that about life. A lot of you sit down to say, if God can do this for me, he's going to do every other one. I don't need to stress myself. You need to. That's your job. That is adult life. You need to understand what is required to get you from this level to the next level. Always ask, what is my own part to play? So that you don't have everything that it takes. Everything that it takes is there. You can see it. Everything that it takes is there. There is a man and the woman. There is monthly flow. There is good sperm quality and quantity and mobility. Everything is there. But the two of them are just looking at each other like this. And they are saying, we are going to have a baby. A baby will come. They say as long as there is a man and a woman, and the woman has seen her monthly period, there is going to, you will sit down there and you continue to say there is going to be baby for another 5 years and there won't be nothing. If you are not doing the right thing at the right time, check to see what time are we supposed to do this. Check to see is every other thing in place. That's how the same way you come to Ifa to check and see what are the things in my life that I need to move to this next level. Are there things that are blocking it? Are there things I'm supposed to do that I'm not doing? Are there things I'm not supposed to do that I'm doing? Are there people that my life is involved with that are not supposed to be there? There are certain people that if they are in your life and you are in their life, you don't have any next level you are going to. It's just like a woman and another woman. Now, as much as I love same-sex partners and relationships, and I don't have a problem questioning somebody's choice of sexuality and partnership, two biological women cannot biologically produce a child. Biologically, emphasis on that. It cannot happen. So you can be with a good person. Two women together are awesome people. But two of them saying we are going to have intercourse and intimacy, and there's going to be the production of sperm and egg and fertilization and conception, they are deceiving themselves. It's not going to happen. So they need to ask themselves, if both of us are going to be together and we are going to have children, how is it going to happen? Then they take those steps. But if they want to take the natural general step, it's not going to happen. That's it. And that is exactly what life is. There are people that you meet in your life that with them, success on the next level is not going to happen. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make them bad people. It just means it's not going to happen. That's just it. So you need to go back to Ifa and say, I really want to be with this person. What are the things I need to do to make it happen? Or Ifa says, you know what, it's not this person. There's nothing you can do to make it happen for this person. Those of you that do your Odù Ifá regularly, that's Dafa regularly, do your Ifa divination and reading. There are certain times that Ifa will tell you concerning this matter is a no. There is no ebo, there is no etutu for it. It's just a no. Don't bother. Don't waste your time. There is no shortcut or remedy. Let it go. Let them go. If not, you will be stuck at the same point. So the Odù Ifá today is speaking to Odidere. Odidere was seeing her monthly flow, yes. But there were certain things Odidere still needed to do to make sure that that monthly flow, she graduates from that beautiful point to a beautiful point, to another beautiful point of getting pregnant. This beautiful thing we call menstrual flow. If a single girl that just went to see her boyfriend this weekend does not find it, she will be looking for it like she's looking for air. Meanwhile, there are some women that are like, oh, I don't want to find it. I don't want to see it again. Let pregnancy come. The same good thing, different points in their life. There is a point in your life where that good thing you are holding on right now, it has expired. Let it go. You are supposed to have moved on to something higher. I'm comfortable with what I am. I am not jealous of whatever. It's not jealousy. It is you moving higher in life. It's called making progress. It's called growth. It's called expansion. It's called exploring all the gifts and the potentials you have. I don't want to be proud. That's why I want to remain in this position. Go and deal with your pride. That's success. And success is not the reason you have pride. You have pride because you have a nasty attitude. It is not because of that. So you need to understand these things and welcome growth into your life. Make room for expansion. Ask Ifa every time, am I ready to move to the next level? Prepare yourself for it. There is too much potentials in you. There are too many people tied to your destiny for success than for you to just remain on one point and be saying, it's okay, we are here, we are contented. Contented with godliness is great gain. Contentment and being complacent and just sitting down stuck in a stale point is not the same thing. Don't let religion lie to you. Poverty is not humility. Struggling in life is not humility. I don't consider myself struggling because there are people that I am better than. Yes, we know. But can we talk about, thank you so much for that gift. Can we talk about how long do you want to continue to say there are people that I'm better than? Move to the next level. Elédùmarè has something else in store for you, and it's time to actually go there and get it. Ẹ gan ni, Mr. Mike, thank you so much. Thank you for that gift. So it says here that one blood flow, as you have gone to give your ebo, someone says, what is humility? Check English dictionary. English dictionary will tell you what humility is. In Yoruba, it is called ìrẹ̀lẹ̀. Kéèyàn má ṣègbéraga. When you are not full of yourself. It is called, what is the other English word for it? Can somebody find another English word for humility? Because I feel humility is simple enough to understand, but somebody needs to. Can someone pull it up? Pull up the meaning of humility. You can check it in it to understand it better. That's the plain word that I can use, which I feel like everybody understands. It says one cycle blood flow, another cycle blood flow, and the next one will be a child. Oh, now, what does that tell you? This your nails is making me love you more. Thank you so much, official Meg. Okay. Where are you? Humility is not submissive. Those are two different words. Submission and humility are two entirely different words. Please, let's normalize checking the dictionary for the meaning of things, like literally checking a dictionary. Is that okay? We have online dictionaries now. Yeah, you can also use your search engine, your chat bots, right? Your chat AI to ask for the meaning of things. The quality of having a modest view on one's value or importance. Honey Edward, thank you so much for that gift. So you see, it has to do with the way you value and you see yourself as important. You understand? Be modest about it. Don't step into somewhere feeling like you are better than everybody. It comes from a place of being able to, what's that word? Being able to see yourself as one person among so many people. No matter how good you are, no matter how big and successful you are, you see yourself as just one human being among so many people. So when you have the mindset that there are so many people on this earth, You would look at yourself, oh, I'm actually good, I'm intelligent, I'm eloquent, I'm brilliant, I'm pretty, but there are so many other people too that are like that. So it doesn't make me look down on myself. No, I'm not looking down on myself. I don't have an inferiority complex, and it doesn't also give me a superiority complex. I'm not going anywhere feeling like, oh, I'm the finest. My mommy told me this morning I'm fine, so every other person is ugly. No, it puts you modest in between. There is a balance of this and that. There is a balance of this is who I am and this is the rest of the world. I am somewhere in between that. So it doesn't give you that, too high up and too low down. Looking down on yourself, belittling yourself is not humility. That is inferiority complex. That is lack of self-worth, lack of self-esteem. No. And it's not pride, somewhere in between. So he says here that after Odidere gave the Ebo and the Etutu, what happened? He says one cycle flowed, another cycle flowed, and then she became pregnant. Now, what does that tell us? It is possible for Odidere to have come to do her Ebo and her Etutu and expect that, the following month, in fact, maybe she usually sees her period as maybe 28th of the month, and she came in to do her Ebo on the 1st, and she's totally expecting that this period, this month will not even come. I would make a baby this month. Ifa is telling us that for some people, they might have the answers, the miracle, the blessing, the fulfillment, the whatever it is they've come to Ifa for. They might have it immediately. But Ifa says, in your mind, give yourself oṣù kan, oṣù kejì. Give yourself one cycle flow, another cycle flow. Between that first one and the second one, Ifa will always respond to you. Now, a cycle flow for some people might be one day. For some other person, it might be 1 week. But the moment you have done your Ebo and Etutu, there is the assurance that it has been accepted, which is why I said, when it comes to Ifa, there is no ambiguity. Nobody sits down to say, was my Ebo accepted? Did he accept it? No. Before we give the Ebo to Eshu, your Babalawo would have checked, has this been accepted or not? They will ask with the kola nut. If Ifa says it has not been accepted, they will ask there and then, this Ebo is not complete. Is it water that is remaining? Is it palm oil? Is it alcohol? Is it the drink? Is it money? Is it that the person that owns this Ebo has to change something? Ifa can speak on Iwa. Tell the person to fix their Iwa. That person might be scared and anxious. Ifa will say, ẹ fọwọ́ kan sílẹ̀, ẹ fọwọ́ kan lẹ̀, ẹ fọwọ́ kan àyà, ẹnikẹ́ni yẹn fọkàn balẹ̀. Let the person place one hand on ground earth and place it on their chest and relax. Ifa has a message to pass. That is why it has not said accepted. The moment the message has been passed and every other thing has been fixed, you will know at that point, before you take your Ebo to issue, if it has been accepted or not. And the moment they say, Ogun ti ye, Ogun ye mo ye, your Ogun sacrifice has been accepted, even before you leave there, you know. So there is no two ways about it. The only things that we give, the only spiritual entity that we give offering and appeasement to, that we are waiting on them to respond to us, is àwọn Ìyá, which is why I always tell you people, giving Ebo to àwọn Ìyá and getting products for Eyonu àwọn Ìyá, Eyonu àwọn àgbàlagbà should be something that you do every day. Do it regularly. Because there is nobody that gives you assurance of what àwọn Ìyá is accepting or not accepting. They are the judges of this earth. They rule and they judge in fairness as they deem fit. So you want to be on the right side of them, continue to do what is required of them. But for every Ebo, we know before we leave there that it has been accepted. So the moment you have already known that your Ebo has been accepted, you have the assurance that before one cycle and the next cycle, I will get what I have gone to Ifa to ask for. It is a relationship. Ifa says, bring this and I will give you this, and you have brought it. Some people will say, I've been giving everyone a tutu for the same thing. It's been 2 years. It's been 5 years. Like I say, normalize asking Ifa. Normalize asking Ifa. Don't just sit down in one corner and be grumbling. The Babalawo that did it for me, I don't want to go there and be looking like I'm asking too many questions. Ifa is an embodiment of knowledge. If you don't ask Ifa for questions, what do you want to do? Do you want to go there and play with Ifa? Do you want to take Ludo or Scrabble to Ifa to say, today I've not come to ask questions, I just came to play Scrabble with Ifa? No. When you get into a Babalawo's shrine, the first thing they ask you is, what question do you have? What problem do you have? Naturally, because that's what they are here for. You don't go to your doctor's office with a monopoly board to go there and play. Or you bring a movie and say, doctor, I put an appointment today. Let's watch this Netflix movie together. No. So if you do not normalize asking Ifa questions, what do you want to do with Ifa if you don't ask questions? Normalize asking questions. If an Etutu and Ebo has been done for you and you've not gotten the results that you are expecting, go back to the person that did it and say, please, can you help me ask Ifa, is there anything else we need to do or instructions we need? Why is this thing not done? And Ifa will tell you. I did Ishefa for some people over the weekend. One of them, he's a man. He said way before he met me, he has met different Babalawos here and there. And every Odù that comes out for him, Osa is always there. And they always say, Stanley, thank you for that gift. They would always say, give Ebo to àwọn Yami, give Ebo to àwọn Yami. And then he has this repeated experience of, he wants to sign a business deal, he wants to sign a contract, somebody is bringing something good for him. He just sleeps at night and he dreams that he's having, what's the word we're going to use now? He's intimate with a certain woman, and the moment the whole intimacy is done, he wakes up, he either loses the contract, or there's a delay, or there's a setback, or there just has to be a challenge. And that has always been his experience. And every time they ask him to do a book, he will do it. Do it to, he will do it. Give to Ogbe, he will do it. For the period he has done it, he will experience a little change. And then move on again. Something else again. Thank you so much, Mr. Mike. And then something else again. And he came to me. Naturally, when he came to me, first thing we did was to ask Ifa. It's the same thing that came up. And while I was interpreting, I told him, I said, you will have to install your own Ogbe, or not just giving gifts randomly. Have your own Ogbe pots. And then I started explaining why Osa keeps coming up, Àwọn Yami keeps coming up. We did that. Now, when I did the Ogbe gifting for him at my own shrine, he didn't tell me anything that happened. We didn't have any conversation. He came up later to tell me that, the day that we did it, that night, he had a dream. He saw these women dressed in white. They came to his house. They sat down. They were eating. They were singing, eating, and all of that. And throughout that period, he didn't have a dream of that woman that comes to have, to be sexually involved with him. He didn't have that dream. And everything went well. Then after a while, he had another dream. He saw those women leaving. And immediately they left, those things started repeating itself. So he called me and then he said, see, I think I have to tell you. I don't know what you did with the Ogbe, but there's something that you did that worked. Because during the time that you've been working for me, I've not been experiencing this, but then he came back again. So I told him, I said, at this point, I'm not going to do another Idafa for you. I need to do something deeper, either an Ishefa or Itefa. I want to have deeper knowledge of what is going on with you so as to be able to help you. I don't want to guess. So there are some points that you need to ask questions. I know you came from religion where everybody looks at their religious leaders, pastors and imams, like you cannot question them, you cannot talk to them, you cannot do this. You have brought that fear into Ifa. This is a no fear zone. You can ask questions. Your Babalawos are used to people asking them questions. That's what they do with us every day. Ask us questions to ask Ifa. Normalize it. I haven't gotten the result, or something changed and he went back. Ask question. Your Babalawo will ask Ifa. It's not him you are asking. I know that some of them might not have the emotional intelligence to handle the fact that people are coming back to ask questions. But look for a Babalawo you can work with, and Iyanifa that you can work with, that allows you to ask questions. Who is saying, if I do something for you and it doesn't work, come back. Well, I tell my clients every time, if I do something for you, come back and give me the feedback. I might not remember to ask you. There are so many people. It is your money. It is your life. Oh, come back and ask. Come back and let me know, oh, this is what is happening. Oh, this is improvement. We will ask Ifa again, where do we need to check it? Don't just sit down and say, I've done it. Let's even see if that woman is true. Let's even see how powerful she is. I will say this. I've said this before. I will say this again. Whether you get your results or not, it does not change the fact that Ifa is the voice of Olódùmarè. Whether your life improves or not is not a definition of whether I have a spiritual calling or not. So if you are sitting down to say, I want to see what's going to happen in my life, to see if this Iyanifa is strong, you are deceiving yourself, because I am who I am, irrespective of you. So if you want a result, you are the one that is going to open your mouth and ask questions. Olódùmarè will always be the divine supreme being and source. They would always be that. Ifa would always be the voice of Olódùmarè, the fixer of destiny, global and universal knowledge. Iyanifa Ewa will always be this Iyanifa that is improving and expanding and touching the lives of people. Whether you get your results or not, do you understand that? The only person that will be hanging is you. Olódùmarè will not change. Ifa will not change. I will not change. The only person that will be hanging is you. So if you are coming from a place of, let's see if this their Ifa works. Ifa works whether or not you get what you are looking for. Listen to that again. It's like somebody says, let me eat this food and see whether or not food is good or not. Food is good, though. Millions of people are eating food and they are getting nutrients from food. So if you eat the wrong food, it's not going to stop the rest of us from eating food. It's not going to stop the woman in the market from selling food. It's not going to stop people from saying food will help you to grow in life. That is your experience. So you better start learning how to open your mouth and give feedback and talk about things. So I had to tell this man, do an Ìṣẹ̀ṣe. And during the Ìṣẹ̀ṣe was when we found out the real reason behind this. And we found out that, oh, this person has a spiritual spouse. Oniyawo. Thank you for that gift, Mr. Mike. And this is what the spiritual spouse, the heavenly spouse, this is what she requires. That is when we knew that this man's Odù in life works closely with àwọn Yami. He has to constantly be. He embodies the energy of them, so they require him to feed them every now and then. He has not recognized his spiritual spouse, the wife that he had in Ọ̀run before he came to this earth. He has not recognized her. He just came into this earth and is doing anyhow. That is why every time she sees that he's about to get something, she will show up and block it, just to get his attention to say, I am here. By the time I deal with you to a point, you will find out who is dealing with you and you will know that it's me. Then we talk about the contract that we had. And Ifa told him, get your Ogbe pot, the same thing I told him during the first divination. Ìṣẹ̀ṣe said it. So I've told him, gather everything you have, put money together, get your own Ogbe pot. Then we will call your spiritual wife and we say, he's not leaving you, but let him be able to do life X, Y, Z, A, B, C, and we continue to give. And imagine, all she's asking for is just fruits and candies and sweets every Ogbe day, every ọ̀sẹ̀ Ogbe. How much do they say biscuit and worobo? That's what we call it in Ibadan. give candies here, fruits there, this here. That's all that she's requiring. And his life would go smoothly, void of promise and fail. Somebody sends you something, he blockages here and there. That's just it. You see what knowledge can do. Meanwhile, he's going here, looking for one powerful soul, looking for one strong babalawo, looking for this. His answer lies in knowledge. And he was able to get here because he opened his mouth and he talked. Iyanifa, what you did for me worked for a while, he stopped working. Is there a reason? If he did not open his mouth and talk, I will just assume he's doing fine. Hundreds of thousands of people, that is what if I show you the number on my WhatsApp contacts, you will know that people need help in this world, though, and everybody is looking for help. And I'm a human being. There is just so many people I can remember and I can check on and I'm close to. If you have paid for Ebo and Etutu and you have not gotten the result, open your mouth. When you get a result, to come back and some of you, the reason it comes and is going, I've told you, you did not come back to give gratitude. I'm not the one that said it. It's Yoruba proverb that said it. The person we give a gift to, gave blessings to, and he did not come back to say thank you. The person is like an armed robber that broke into somebody's house and took it away. So when you don't come back to say thank you and you have seen the result, the universe looks at you like, if I did not give it to you, Orishas did not give it to you, you broke into the shrine and you took that blessing. You are a thief. Olosha ni, jaguda ni, gbewiri ni, ole ni, armed robber ni, fole ni, o de mo nǹkan tó ń ṣe fúnra àwọn èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. You know what the universe and what life does to people that break in and steal and take things that is not theirs. When you start to experience that, you will now think, what this Iyanifa did for me, he just worked for 2 minutes, he stops working. It's not me, it's not Ifa, it's not Elédùmarè, it's not Orisha, it's you. It's you. There is a pattern with which things are done here. After every Odù Ifá, what do they say? Bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ń ṣẹnu rere yin awo, làwo yin Ifá, Ifá yin Elédùmarè ọba. They came back to say thank you to their awo, to show gratitude and appreciation. Awo too went into his shrine to say, Ifá orí mi rè o, Ifá mo dúpẹ́ o, Orishas thank you. And in turn, we are all thanking Olódùmarè. That is the pattern. If you skip that part of it, you are like Olosha. Toko ni lẹ́rù lọ, ìgárá ọlọ́ṣà, armed robber olè ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. So understand these things and put this knowledge in place. Ifá says here, òwò ẹ̀jẹ̀ kan tá a ṣe lóṣù yìí, orí jẹ́ kó dọmọ. One cycle of blood flow, another cycle of blood flow. Whoever experiences this cycle of blood flow, may their ori turn it into a birth of a child. Like I said, some people's cycle might be 2 weeks, 2 months, 5 months, whatever it is. If you feel it is staying too long, come back to Ifá again and ask. What are the lessons of this Odù? This Odù says life trembles. For those who are spiritually grounded, they remain firm. For those who are grounded in Ifá, they will remain firm. Life will tremble. That's what life does. What Odù are we treating today? Please, somebody type the Odù for today in the comment section. Life would always tremble. Life would always shake. But the only people that stand firm are the ones that are spiritually grounded. In this Ifá, in this ÌṢÄШE, be spiritually grounded. That's why I take my time to teach. There is the aspect of teaching. Thank you so much. Auntie Lande Dayo P. Kezia. The Odù Ifá is Ogbe Odi. Ogbe lọ́wọ́ ọ̀tún, ọmọ Odi lọ́wọ́ òsì. Òun ni Ifá tá ń gbé yẹ̀wò lẹ́nu. Be spiritually grounded. Establish yourself day in, day out in this Ifá, in this line. You establish yourself with knowledge. Establish yourself with knowledge. Know these things and apply it. Know them. Research them. Know it. Find it. Yesterday, I discovered another way to find information in Ifá, and it was a wow. And you know the funny thing, it was a client that shared it with me. He said he got 150 pages of his Odù. I'm like, 150 pages, Nibo, where on Mother Earth is that? And he told me, I said, wow. This is constant knowledge. Even me as your Iyanifa, I am expanding in knowledge every day so that I can be grounded to a point that mimikon in me, there is no, you know when a Nigerian says no shaking, nothing is shaking me. We full ground, like where there is nothing, let it come, we are here, nothing is moving us. There is a confidence that inspires that. There is a grounding that inspires that. There is no Holy Spirit that is coming to do it for you. You are the one that will ground yourself. Wow, grounding. I was talking about this word yesterday with someone, grounding, and it's coming up again today. I hope the person is watching the live streaming. This is what we were talking about yesterday, grounding. So you spiritually ground yourself. Ifa says life trembles, but those who are spiritually grounded, they remain firm. Exactly, we full ground. Gidigba. At this point, there is nothing, no, we are here. This truth and knowledge we have found, we are here. Back in the day, even when we did not have adequate knowledge, we were still trying. But now that we are rooted in true knowledge, how does grounding work? As you are receiving this knowledge, apply it to your life. Continue to change all the misconceptions and lies that you used to know. Fill yourself with the truth. Let your everyday life be guided by the knowledge of Ifa. And you cannot guide your everyday life by the knowledge of Ifa if you do not receive the knowledge. So the first thing, continue to join these live streamings every day and receive knowledge. When you are free, go to the YouTube channel, Iyanifa Ewa TV. Take time and watch the past videos. Your grounding starts in your subconscious to unlearn all those misconceptions, to remove them, take them out. Now fill your head with the truth till it gradually becomes your reality. It's not something that happens like this. It's not something anybody can do for you. You will intentionally, this is why I said Ifa is what? Ifa is intentional. Ifa is intentional. Ifa requires responsibility, accountability. Those two things. Take responsibility for your life, for yourself, for your grounding intentionally. Nobody is going to do it for you. Ifa requires a lot of work. Oh. Let me just tell you, Ifa is not for lazy people. If you are trying to hide yourself in laziness, in this, Ifa will show you, whoa. I went through some things yesterday in a conversation with a friend yesterday, and it's like somebody just carried torchlights like this. That's how Ifa is. When we have Itefa and Ishefa, especially Itefa when the client is there, and we start to break down the Odù of the person, sometimes you see my clients feel like, oh, what? Did everybody need to know this? Honey, Edward, you said you spent last time watching videos and learning Iwure, Eshegoni. As you are learning, as you are taking your time to watch, Ifa will continue to increase your knowledge. The ancestors will continue to make it a reality for you. And more than anything, the blessings that comes from that Odù, from that teaching, Elédùmarè, it will be evident in your life day in, day out. Elédùmarè. So when you come for your Itefa, Ifa will be saying things. People that don't know you, a small child that knows that Odù will come in and say, Enita dafa ifun, Ifa ni ẹ má ṣe ìgbéraga yín ti pọ̀ jù. Ifa ni kẹ́ ẹ má mú nǹkan tí ò ń ṣe tiyín, ẹ má mú nǹkan ní nǹkan mọ́ tiyín. Nítorí ẹ̀ lẹ ṣe lọ síwájú, nítorí ẹ̀ ládé ṣe ń jábọ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. The grown-ass man is there feeling like, what? That's how Ifa is. Ifa will break everything down. So yesterday I was having a conversation with a friend. It was literally like somebody took torchlight like this, floodlight into my face. Like, is this you? And I'm like, this is not even fair. How can somebody that doesn't know me be able to break down my entire life like this? That is Odù Ifá for you. That is Odù Ifá for you. That's how it works. I think it was about early this year. Àbọrú Àbọyè o, Babaláwo mo ṣùgbọ́n àtọyìn o. I think it was early this year. Somebody came in for a divination, and Ifa said that the person that Odù Ifá comes out for, the person is, if he's a man, he will be having trouble with his manhood, with his male reproductive organ, and it's not going to be working as firm as before. And blah. I was there. I was the Iyanifa there, and I had to tell the Babalawo. I said, "This is TMI. This is too much information. Like, does Ifa really have to say this?" And I looked at the face of the client, and he said, "Please, ma, it's true. It's true. I don't know how to tell anybody. That's the situation, ma." It was awkward. It was a little uncomfortable, but that's what it is. That's how Ifa is. Straight up. Straight up. That is how Ifa is. Telling you the truth as it is every time. We have talked about Odù Ifá Oturameji. Go to the website, to the YouTube channel, Iyanifa Ewa TV on YouTube. Search for it. You will find Odù Ifá Oturameji. We have treated Odù Ifá Oturameji already. Check it in there. And you know, all of this information, Ifa gives it to you as plainly as it is. Ifa does not hide anything. He gives you the story of your life. The people that don't know you, if you tell me what your Odù Ifá is today, I will give you the breakdown of your entire life, past, present, and future. I will give it to you like this. And things that you didn't even know about yourself, or you are not consciously aware of it. It happens, you know it happens, but you are not consciously aware of it. If I will tell them to tell you. Osemeji was an eye-opener for you. So you see how it is. So this is what Ifa represents for us. Learn the lessons and the blessings. It will help you unlearn so many things, and you will start to ground yourself. You will start to ground on yourself. Iyanifa, take it easy with me. Hey, I not even mention anybody's name at all. So how did stray bullets pass by your house? I not mention your name, oh. My dear Omwawo. Ifa says here, the business of blood that refers to as menstruation is a divine rhythm of cleansing, of fertility, of renewal. In another episode of this particular Odù, I would explain to you the spiritual power, the spiritual portal that is tied to Odù Ifá. That is tied to this menstrual flow of a woman. I would explain it to you, but let me just give you a little here. When there is spiritual work that is done on a man, right, they usually tell the man that he should avoid being intimate with a woman when she's on her period, because it would neutralize everything. It does not matter how strong that spiritual work is, it will neutralize it if he's intimate with a woman on her period. Now, that tells you something. You see that whole, when women are on their period and they say they are unclean, I told you that Westernization and religion was targeting something. They looked at women. That is the most powerful. Let me tell you what you want to know, even if you don't want to know it. That's the most powerful period of a woman's life. If she comes in contact with any power, it neutralizes it. It disembodies and disarms it. It is superior to it. Some women that know how to channel that power, by just touching certain things, they can activate or deactivate it. That's why they tell women that when you're on your period, don't touch this soap, don't touch this, don't touch. It's not because they are unclean. It's because the power that they carry at that point is the highest representation of àwọn yami, àwọn tó láyé, àwọn tó nílẹ̀. Is the highest, they hold the highest power on earth. I've explained this to you in different videos talking about àwọn yami. You can go to my YouTube channel to watch it. Ogbe, you can go to my YouTube channel to watch it. You understand the place of àwọn yami, As a physical woman, that is the point where we have the closest and the most physical embodiment of that energy. That's why they ask us not to touch things. Not because you are unclean and you make that thing unclean. The power that is in you, particularly if you are a spiritual person and you know how to, it will neutralize. Kò sí agbára kankan tó wà nínú ògùn yẹn. It's going to neutralize it. That is what it does. It becomes superior to it. Every other thing comes subject to it, comes submitted to it, comes bowing. Every other thing is nothing in the presence of the power that a woman embodies when she's on her monthly cycle. And you know that a lot of the things that scared these Western people when they came was the power that women had, because they were bringing their whole matriarchy thingy, and they could not just stand the way women were. So first of all, they had to label àwọn Ìyá witches to be able to ostracize them and send them out of the community. And then they studied and they found that the remaining women, we cannot send away every woman. The remaining women still have a connection to this àwọn Ìyá at certain points in their life. You see how a woman is made. At least 3 to 5 days, 1 week of every month of her life, she is spiritually connected to the highest form of who she is. So who rewrote the whole thing? Are you even listening to what I'm saying right now? Please follow my conversation. So we already know that. Please, your YouTube channel, Iyanifa Ewa TV on YouTube, please type it on YouTube, Iyanifa Ewa TV. That is it. You will continue to look at a woman the way they are asking you to look at a woman. You need to understand the person that defined a woman like that. You need to understand that Victorian identity of a woman. Where did it come from and why? It came from a group of people who came to sell patriarchy to us, who came to sell male has to be in authority. And it came from a people who were trying to destroy what we had. The fastest way to cause chaos is to turn things upside down. Just continue to turn it upside down. It's supposed to be here, place it sideways. It's supposed to be right, turn it to the left. So they looked at every structure in our environment and they flipped it. Oh, women have this power, let's flip it to men. They know that when we continue to practice it in that way, it's only a matter of time. Everything will be in total chaos. You and I are alive to today to witness the chaos that has been caused. And when we look at the history of Africa, pre-Western infiltration, and we look at it right now, Africa is a shadow of itself. How did we get to this point? They tell us that it is our leaders. Your leaders are corrupt. Your leaders are this. We had imperfect people too before the Western world came here. The old Oyo Empire, the Dahomey Empire, the Mali Empire was filled with imperfect people, flawed people. How come they were able to maintain success and greatness and solid life at that time? And they are not able to. It's the same people. They are not a new breed of people. Everything that was supposed to be this way, they turned it this way. And one of their major targets was women, because they understood the power, the authority, the level of life that women held, and they had to just make it back. So they decided to tell every woman and to sell the narrative to men. When she's on her period, she's dirty, she's unclean, she has to be kept away. Until recently, when a woman is on her period, they have to keep her in one side. She has to be out. Some religion don't even allow her to come into the place of worship, because they know that at that time, especially if she understands herself, she is superior to everybody around there. She can cause and effect any change that she wants to around there. So they need to tell her fellow counterpart who is a man that she's unclean, and they need to make her feel like that. If you want to understand why women go through their monthly cycle and it looks like emotional chaos is going through them. And somebody feels, Shebi is a regular thing. Why do you feel like this every month? You are embodying the highest level of spiritual experience in a human body. You don't understand what is going on. You have not come to, it is like a mental and psychological chaos every time. Your body is reacting because you are carrying a level of power that you yourself don't know how to place it. Your body does not understand what to do with it. But for women who understand this, they prepare themselves days before it starts. They already have what to do with that power when it's coming. While I was doing my research, state in, state out, country in, country out, I met a certain group of women. When you see people that have mastered women's cycle, they have mastered what their menstrual cycle is, what the ovulation is, what their period is. They have mastered it physically and spiritually. Every month they have a list of what they are going to manifest during that 3 to 7 days. People have come to know them. So when you have requests, you send it to them. They know the people that their cycle is in tune. For women that understand that, you know how you can come into a place and then your cycle will fall in tune with the other woman in that place. This one is explanation for another day, and I think it's even going to be an all-female explanation when I'm ready to do it for you. I met these women and I saw them effortlessly effect changes during that period of, it's like ABC, it's like walkover for them. They 3-4 days before them, they are preparing themselves mentally, physically. Once their period starts, what are they called? I cannot tell you. Èmi náà ṣe research dé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Mo ṣiṣẹ́ dé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ẹ má worry. If it is part of your life journey, you will meet them. If it's not part of your life journey, just continue to drink zobo and popcorn. It will get to you. There's some certain information that I will not share. I will not share it with you. And they sit down there and they start to effect those changes. I was with them for a couple of months. I learned a lot, plus what I had known. But it's just beautiful to know. Let's not talk too much about that. He says the business of blood represents menstruation. It's a divine rhythm of cleansing, of renewal, and of power. Ifá reveals that menstrual blood is not dirty. It's not unholy, it is not evil, it's not death. It is sacred, it is pure, it is magical, and it is the beginning of the portal of life. It is transformation and it is rebuilding. It brings the end to negativity and it brings the beginning to newness. If you know, you know. If I do not say that, it's me that said that part. This Odù blesses with feminine dignity, feminine divinity, conception, womb healing, transformation, new blessing, moving from pain to blessing. This is what this Odù means. Does that mean when a woman stops her menstrual cycle, the power stops? No. It is, you know, at the beginning of this, I was explaining to you one level to another. It's a phase. The moment the phase of your cycle ends, you are moving into another phase. And that is why, you know what premenopause can be? It has to be the most complicated part of a woman's life. You are entering to another higher level of your feminine experience. Your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit is battling that energy that is coming in. It comes in a little bit, it goes out. It's pre-menopause. It comes in a little bit, it goes out. Your body is functioning like there is something. Auntie Golden Light, thank you for that gift on YouTube. Your body is functioning like what's happening. It's like the electric shock has passed through you in 1 minute. You feel hot, at the same time you feel cold. Your head is here. Your body is trying to welcome another level of power. It is not evil. There are people that go through this period, they already know, I'm getting towards the end of this stage, I'm getting into this other stage. How did you think our mothers handled it before westernization called it menopause and premenopause and psychological imbalance and whatever it is that is called? Now, this is not invalidating anybody's mental, emotional, and psychological health condition. It is valid and it's a thing that you need to take care of. But right now, we're talking about the natural flow of a woman from menstruation into menopause. How did you think our mothers handled it before we had any Western influence? When she begins to notice those changes, her period is ceasing, blah, 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 she will go to Ifa for a divination. She will be giving the explanation of what this period is, this new period she's about to welcome. Ifa will give her instructions. It's right there in the Odù Ifá. The day I decide to teach women this, we will all break it down. You know me, I don't teach you anything outside of Odù Ifá. And they will tell her the ebos to give, the etutu to give. And every etutu that comes out there is centered around 3 orishas: Oshun, Yemoja, and àwọn Iyami. Àwọn Iyami are not orishas, yes. It's centered around these 3 entities. And she will be asked to, particularly etutu to àwọn Iyami, she will be asked to continue to give it. Her body will be learning to receive that spiritual energy, and her spirit will be learning to balance it. Her emotions will be learning how to balance it. Ifa will give her instructions. There are akose for that Ifa, akose ewa fáwọn Ifa yẹn that she will be using. There are herbal remedies that comes with that Ifa that she's using, helping her body, her mental health, her emotion, her psychological health, and her spirit, her soul, embody and balance it and transition into that new phase. Then she has now been welcomed into the phase that we call Agbalagba. Òun náà ti di àgbàlagbà obìnrin, not àgbàlagbà in age. Now, let me explain it to you. There are certain spiritual things that when we do it, they will say, or there are certain orishas or spiritual work that they will say, a woman is not supposed to see it, except if she has stopped menstruating. That's another level. Now, at that point, she is seen as there's no difference between her and... I think I'm saying too much. Let me draw that back. I'm not going to say that in an open space like this. But it opens her to another level. And then she too now becomes Agbalagba. Òun náà ti di àgbà. If you know what it means, that is what menopause puts her into. That is where she now goes. Now she has left this other stage, and she's now in a stage that it flows effortlessly. It is not a monthly thing again, 3 days a month. It now becomes an everyday life. You see such women in your environment. When you're about to do something, I want to money environment, and we say, go and give something to those women. No. Mama, we want to have a party here tomorrow. We came to give you this. Indirectly, we are saying, let our party be successful. We have told you, don't be angry with us. So just let it go. Let it shall be flowing. We are not going to tell them that. But when we give them the gift, they understand the message. They understand that we have recognized who they are and their representation on this earth. And we have invited them to be a part of this thing, and they should allow it to go. Ejoma efayegba and so is. You will understand it better by and by. Let me sing our church song for you. Ifa is an embodiment of knowledge. Ifa is an embodiment of knowledge. What you have is what you search. What you know is what you know. Continue to search it. Continue to research. Emma Droloju kon. Ifa is too huge for you to just stay with Odù Ifá, Ogbe, ayoyogu, mogumo. Then you now say, hey, once you have flipped to the next video, oti gbagbe. That's not Ifa o. Ìyẹn ò ń ṣe Ifá o. Ifá kọ́ lẹ̀ ń kọ́ yẹn o. Ẹ kàn recite Odù ni o. Ifá kọ́ lẹ̀ ń kọ́ yẹn o. When you are learning Ifa, you are digging deep into things, bringing it out and asking yourself, how does it apply to your everyday life? We have how many minutes more? 15 minutes more. Okay, how do we apply this to our life? Ifa says, in women's health, the menstrual cycle is sacred. It's not an impurity. It's a divine signal of a life force. If you know, you know. Ifa says in fertility, those that are waiting for children are reminded that every flow that their body is going through right now is preparing their womb for creation. This is the point where I say every TTC mom or dad or, adult that is trying to conceive, Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, Òṣùṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ̀ olóyún ayọ̀, ẹ̀bọ̀ra tí ń gbé nú omi. Ládékojú ẹ̀wùjí alágbòlódò abámiṣe ọmọ rere fún yín Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Oṣù tẹ́ mú yìí Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ní mú jẹ. Gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n wojú Elédùmarè fọ́mọ, òrìṣà ìbejì, àwọn ìbejì tó ń sọ ilé aláworo, tó ń sọ dílé aláyọ̀, tó ń sọ alákìísà donígbà aṣọ, wọ́n á wọlé tọ̀ yín wá Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn ọmọ téèyàn fi ń tọrọ ọmọ, àwọn ọmọ ológo, àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́lá, àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́lá, òun l'Elédùmarè á ṣe fún yín. Àwọn ọmọ alájẹ, àwọn ọmọ ọ̀dùnnú, àwọn ọmọ ayọ̀, àwọn ọmọ tó máa wọlé wá, tó máa sọ gbogbo ahoro tó wà nínú ilé yẹn, tó máa sọ ọ́ di ilé ńlá, tó máa sọ ọ́ di ilé olókìkí, tó máa sọ ọ́ di ilé olówó, ilé ọlọ́lá. Àwọn ọmọ tẹ́ ẹ máa jókòó, tẹ́ ẹ máa wò pé èmi náà ti dọlọ́mọ láyé, inú yẹn á dùn, ayọ̀ yẹn á kún Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Òun l'Elédùmarè á bá mi ṣe fún yín. For every one of you that is waiting on Olódùmarè, is that what we call it now, waiting or trying to conceive? Yes, TTC moms and dad, Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, Òṣùṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ̀ will make sure for you that this month that conception takes place. Everything that needs to be put in place, whatever health challenges needs to be taken care of, Oshun will use the herbs of healing from her waters to heal whatever it is in the life of that man, that woman, and it will make conception effortless. Òrìṣà ìbejì that steps into a house and turns an empty house into a house of abundance will step into your house with wonderful and beautiful twins. If you know anybody anywhere, say àṣẹ on their behalf. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní kí dókítà ìlú òyìnbó kí wọ́n tó gbé oògùn wọn dé, òun ní Òṣùṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tó ti ń fi àgbo ẹ̀, òun ló ti fi ń wẹ̀ wá, ló ti fi ń fún wa lọ́mọ. Àwọn ọmọ olóríire, àwọn ọmọ tó máa mú ìdùnnú àti ayọ̀ wá, òun l'Elédùmarè máa ṣe wọ́n. Fún gbogbo àwọn tó dẹ̀ disẹ̀, tó diwọ́, tó disẹ̀ suyún, gbogbo ẹ̀yin aláboyún, everybody that is pregnant, Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Every eye that has seen you pregnant will see your baby carried in your arms with joy and with peace. Ẹni tó bá wá lóhun lóyún nù yín pé wọn ò ní rọ́mọ lẹ́yìn yín, Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, èṣù á ṣe wọ́n, á tì wọ́n lu ògùn á fẹ̀jẹ̀ wọn wẹ̀, àwọn lẹ́ẹ̀ni délé bá torí ó di dandan pé yín máa gbọ́mọ tí yín délé Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Lọ́jọ́ ọ̀kúnlẹ̀ yín, omi ò ní pọ̀ jù, ẹ̀jẹ̀ ò ní pọ̀ jù. Omi ò ní ṣaláìtó, ẹ̀jẹ̀ ò ní ṣaláìtó. Àwọn abiyamọ ayé, àwọn ló máa gbẹ̀bí yín. Bí ewé ṣe ń bọ́ lára igi tí ò ń nigi lára, Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, ọmọ yẹn máa wá sáyé, kò ní ní yín lára. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń fi tọ̀tún kúnlẹ̀, lẹ́ máa fi tìkejì dìde. Àgbóhùn ìyá, àgbóhùn ọmọ, àgbóhùn bàbá ọmọ gan pẹ̀lú. Àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n tọ́mọ yẹn dẹ̀ ti ní tó ẹ̀pọ̀ ti lẹ́gbọ̀n tẹ́lẹ̀, àní fi wọ́n ṣàwátì Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Owó, ọlá àti ire ajé tá a nílò láti fi tó àwọn ọmọ yẹn, Elédùmarè á bá wa fi ṣe nírọ̀rùn. Gbogbo àwa tá a dẹ̀ ti wá lọ́mọ lọ́wọ́ náà, gbogbo abiyamọ ayé, abiyamọ ọ̀run, gbogbo àwa abiyamọ tá a wà ń bí, àní fọmọ wa ṣàwátì. Ọmọ ò ní dòkú mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́, ẹrù tálábíamọ ìtú, wọn ò ní gbé wá ká wa mọ́lé. Àwọn ọmọ tó ti ṣojú ẹ̀mí wa, wọn ò ní ṣánkú lójú wa Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn ló máa ṣẹ̀yìn, tó máa gbẹ̀yìn, tó máa tẹ́yìn ṣe Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọn ò ní fọmọ dà wá láàmú. Ọmọ aráyé ò ní fún àwọn ọmọ yẹn, wọn ò ní fi dà wá láàmú Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. The next live streaming is tomorrow 6 a.m. It's always on a weekday. 6 a.m. Nigerian time, 5 a.m. for those of you in UK and Ghana, 12 midnight for those of you on the EST, and it will be 9 p.m. for those on the Pacific time. Yes. So that is a prayer for every one of us. Either you are trying to conceive, you are pregnant, or you already have children. Gbogbo wa la máa jèrè àwọn ọmọ wa, àtèmi àti yín Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. For emotional renewal, Ifa says, what seems painful and wasteful today will become a blessing tomorrow. It's 11 p.m. for the on CST. Okay, thank you so much. What seemed painful today, that thing that you are experiencing right now that seems painful, Ifa says it will become a blessing tomorrow. Elédùmarè. In your spiritual life, Ifa says, just as Ogbe stood after every trembling, strong, you will stay strong through every process. Elédùmarè. And your Ori would always rebirth you from one level of success to another, from one level of greatness to another. If you have not clicked on the plus sign, please click on the plus sign to follow. Follow so that the next time we are on the live streaming, you will be notified. Follow, subscribe, turn on notification. If you are watching a replay, every link and number you need will be in the description box of this video. The Iwure for today says, Ogbe Odì, ẹni tó dúró nígbà táyé ń ṣe wíríwírí. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, kẹ́sẹ̀ mi rinlẹ̀ nínú ẹ̀kọ́ Ifá kí n lè ríbi dúró sí nígbà táyé bá ń ṣe wíríwírí. Ogbe Odì stands through the trembling of life. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, my Ori will make me stand firm. Irrespective of what the situation is, I will continue to stand firm. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. For every part, gbogbo ibi tí mo ti ń wojú Elédùmarè fún ire owó, ire ọmọ, ire ọlá, ire ọlà, ajé á gbé wá fún mi lódindi. Everywhere that I'm seeking conception, either in childbirth, in marriage, in work, in finances, ajé will make it easy for me. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Kí gbogbo ẹbọ àtètùtù mi kó gbà, kó fín, kó dóde ọ̀run, so that all my ẹbọ, all my ètùtù will be accepted and it will bring blessings, so that I too can come back and give thanks to Ifa and give thanks to my Babalawo, and in turn we are all praising Olódùmarè. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Mo ṣe Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ. We have come to the end of the live streaming for today. Odù Ifá, Ogbe Odì. Hold on for a few minutes. Let's do our Iwure. That seems to be the most powerful part of our teaching in the in the eyes of everybody. Can I still order the 256 Odù Ifá? Oh yes, we are still pre-ordering. So for those of you that don't know, everything I read today is from the manuscript of the sacred Ifá text as put together by Ifá College. It has the Yoruba rendering, the ancient Yoruba rendering, the English translation, the lessons and the blessings of the Odù, and how to apply it to your everyday life, and it ends with the Iwure, every essay. If you want to pre-order for it, just go to the website ifacollege.ng. The website is ifacollege.ng. Go there, click on the 3 buttons on the top right corner to get to the menu. You'll see it is the first item on the menu, the sacred Ifá text. Go there to pre-order. We are still in the publishing stage. I'm just, privileged to have the manuscript and to be able to read it to you, right? So we can enjoy it even before it is ready. You can't wait to have yours. Trust me, I can't wait to hold the physical copy in my hands too. I am more than excited as to what the entire team is doing as regards that. So tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. we'll be here. If you have missed any live streaming, please head over to the YouTube channel, Iyanifa Ewa TV, to watch the replay of every live streaming that we have had. Now, for those of you that have been following my teaching on creating generational wealth, last week, Sunday, was mind-blowing. Will there be an e-copy? Yes, e-copy, audio copy, and the physical hard copy. Whichever copy that you want, we have you covered. Audio copy in English and in Yoruba, e-copy in English and in Yoruba, the hard copy too in English and Yoruba. Subsequently, we will translate it into other languages. So on Sunday, we had an expose here on Sunday. It was mind-blowing. We were treating the 16 principles of Ifá as regards wealth generation. The 16 principles that Ifá uses for wealth generation. We went from principle 1 to principle 7, and I have put that book together and written it. But then I don't even know if I want to publish the book or not. I will be reading it for you step by step. But what is most important is for you to register for that our business classes. There is a difference between I have money and then I am rich. and then I'm wealthy, and then I am creating generational wealth. There's a difference between I have money, I can buy a new bag, and I can feed myself, I can take care of the family, I'm the breadwinner. There's a difference between winning bread and owning a whole bakery. Then owning the kind of bakery that can survive generations. They are different. So there are difference in this. So if you are still winning bread, congratulations for winning bread. But what if you don't win next week? Some people are win bread. They won bread last week. They cannot win bread again this week. Breadwinner tiwa then don't thorough bread kakiri, because you did not own a bakery. Because if you owned a bakery and created a structure, you will always have bread. You understand? So move from the stage of breadwinner and go to the stage of creating generational wealth. That is what our ancestors did. That's what they did. That's what our ancestors did before these people came with their nonsense, but could make sense. No, head over to ifacollege.ng. The top right corner, click on the 3 buttons there. It will take you to the menu bar. You'll see the business classes, the finance class. You will see it there. Go and register. Register for it. Some categories have closed already. I said just 20 people. There are 3 different tiers. Register for the one that works with your timing, and let's learn. Let's move from the stage of, at least let's change how they see Nigeria when it comes to finances. If all of us understand how to make money and grow wealth, they will stop looking at us as the country that has the most Yahoo people. We will all find people will start coming into my DMs and say, do you work for street boys? Do you work for keyboard warrior? Generational wealth. O lè fi ṣe Yahoo lọ́mọ lọ́wọ́. O lè fi gba ìláwùjọ. Kò lè dúró lọ́wọ́ ẹ bó ṣe wá ló ṣe máa lọ. O lè gbà, o lè gbé, o lè gbà ni. O jí ní ẹnìkan náà ló máa gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ. Wọ́n máa jagbà lọ́wọ́ tiẹ̀ náà. Ẹ lọ wáṣẹ́ gidi. Iṣẹ́ torí àtẹlẹ́dàá yín kọ. Ẹ lọ wáṣẹ́. Do something. Work in the line of the business and in the career that your Ori has chosen. That's the first step. Stop stressing yourself trying different businesses. Meaning importation today, you have rushed there. Virtual assistant tomorrow, you have rushed there. China importation next week, ìwọ yẹn náà ni. Drop shipping, ìwọ ni. Affiliate market, ìwọ ni. Cryptocurrency, ìwọ ni. Trading and foreign, everything you have tried, you think it's your village people. It's not your village people. It's not your village people. Let me explain to you. It's not your village people. The only reason your village people can thrive is because they know you don't have sense. Your ignorance is what your village people is thriving on. Remove ignorance. Village people go on, news flash, and what village people ain't going to watch it by. Àwọn gan ti níṣẹ́, wọ́n ti busy, wọ́n ti build the generational wealth. Leave village people alone. Let them drink water and drop cup. Àwọn kọ́ ló kó bá ẹ. Basic knowledge of life you don't have. You don't know the things you are supposed to do when you are supposed to do them. You don't know the business and the finance options that aligns with you. You don't know it. And then you are there saying, it's your village people. Go to ifacollege.ng and register. Where is your location? Please, someone should post the WhatsApp number on the screen. Post the website on the screen. Post the WhatsApp number and the website on the screen. Post the WhatsApp number and the website on the screen. Copy it. You need a consultation. You need a divination. You need spiritual products, herbal, whatever it is. Shall send message. And then go to the website and register for that finance class. I am personally hoping and wanting to build another generation of people who understand what wealth is. Another generation of people who are going to build wealth the way our ancestors built it. You see what our ancestors built that attracted the West, that they had to travel over the Atlantic to come and see how we are doing trade and economy. We need to start to build it again. Physically build it. We need to apply it to our finances this day and build it. Those of you who are here on Sunday, if you miss the live streaming on Sunday, go to YouTube and watch a replay. You will understand where we are coming from. The website has been pinned on your screen. You would understand where you are coming from and what life is. Until and let's wrap up. It's 8 o'clock already. The website is on your screen right now. Copy it. Honey Edward Eshegoni, thank you so much on YouTube. Copy the website. It's ifakole.ng. It's easy to understand. ifakole.ng is easy to remember. The WhatsApp number is also pinned on your screen right now. We have pinned the WhatsApp number. Copy it and send the message. Akodaye Asheba. Those of you on YouTube, the WhatsApp number is coming up on your screen too. Janet Afkana has posted it 234-808-417-2309. Just copy it in that order. And if you are catching a replay, every number and link that you need is in the description box. Akodaye Asheba, Asheba Asheda, Asheba ti wáyé ọjọ́, Asheba ti wọ̀ oòrùn. Elédùmarè ọba tẹ́rẹ̀ẹ́ kárí ayé, Asheba òrànmọ níṣẹ́ fàyàtì, Asheba ọba tó lọ kọrin kése, ọba lánàá, ọba lénìí, ọba títí ayérayé. Elédùmarè tó fi gbogbo àgbálá ayé èyí tó fi ṣe àpótí ìtìsẹ̀ rẹ̀, Asheba àníkíbà wá ṣẹun. Asheba abiyamọ òde ọ̀run, abiyamọ ọlọ́jà gbọ̀rọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀, Asheba Elédùmarè kábíyín òsì ọba tí ń fọba jẹ, Asheba Asheba àníkíbà wá ṣẹun. Wọ́n ní àdáṣe ní hun mọ́ ìbà ọ̀gbọ́dọ̀ hun ọmọ ènìyàn, èmi àti yín ò dáṣẹ ọ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, ìbà ò ní hun wá. Wọ́n léwúrẹ́ tó wọlé lọ́jọ́ sí tí òjúbà òun ló dẹrùn àmúso, àgùntàn tó wọlé lọ́jọ́ sí tí òjúbà òun ló dẹrùn àmúso, àwa ti wọlé ajúbà lẹ́nu, ó di dandan kíbà wá ṣe. Ajagunmalé olúwo dín ọ̀run ajúbà, olúbíkin ọ̀sán ìbíkin ajúbà, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọ̀pàkí àlàkẹ́, ẹ̀yin alágogo idẹ, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi arógbaṣọ má balẹ̀ ọlọ́mú kan tí ń fún gba ọmọ ọlọ́mú, ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ kan tí ń bẹ́lẹ́sẹ̀ méjì jà, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi arógbaṣọ má bòtán, ẹ̀yin olókìkí òru, ẹ̀yin apanimáyọ̀dà, ẹ̀yin atẹ̀lòdòrò òró, ẹ̀yin abiyamọ ọlọ́jà gbọ̀rọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀, ẹ̀yin ògbẹ́ fún ọmọ ẹ̀ta tí wéré, ẹ̀yin ògbìngbìngbì tí ń rìn gbìngbìngbì lẹ́yìnkùlé ẹni tó bá wù yín, Àṣèbà ọ̀sà méjì mo pè yín, ọ̀sà méjì mo pè yín, ọ̀sà méjì mo pè yín, mi ì pè yín fún kú, mi ò pè yín fárùn, nítorí gbogbo orí kọ̀ọ̀kan tó péjọ la ṣe pè yín pé ẹ wá yọ́nú sí wa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká rí bá ti ṣe, ẹ jẹ́ ká rọ́nà gbégbà, ẹ wá fayé yẹ wá, ẹ jẹ́ káwa náà rí ṣe, ẹ jẹ́ ká ẹ bá wa ṣe, kẹ́ ẹ yọ́nú sí wa, ká má taṣọ àgbà mọ́lẹ̀, ẹ mú wa bí ọmọ, káwa náà dọmọ àgbà, ká má ṣẹrun àgbà mọ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ orí, Àṣèbà orí, Àṣèbà ẹlẹ́dàá, gbogbo orí kọ̀ọ̀kan tó péjọ síbí lẹ́yìn, mo ṣèbà yín o, àníkíbà wá ṣe. Onírè mi ògbódò ọ̀rà, Ajíbọ́lá ẹ̀dán, ìyá mi Àbẹ̀ní, mo ṣèbà ẹ̀dán, mo ṣèbà onílé, mo ṣe ọgbó atọ́, mo ṣe ọgbó aláwòrò lótùfẹ́ fún gbogbo ọmọ onílé, gbogbo ẹ̀yin olúwo mi àsápìọ̀là, alábẹ́nú àsásí, ògbé màálù mi tìwótìwó, mo ṣèbà ọ. Ẹ̀yin gbogbo ìyá àbíyè lékeleke gbàràdà mọ́dà àbíyè, mo ṣèbà ọ, mo ṣèbà ìyẹn lẹ́yẹ, mo ṣèbà gbogbo àwọn balógun, gbogbo àwọn apènà, gbogbo àwọn lísà látòkèdókè láì dápá kan sí, mo ṣèbà gbogbo babaláwo, Iyanifa bàbá lórìṣà, ìyá lórìṣà, ẹ̀yin oníṣègùn, ẹ̀yin eléwé ọmọ, gbogbo wa tá a jókòó tá a ń ṣiṣẹ́ ẹrún mọ́lẹ̀, mo ṣèbà yín o, mo ní kí bá a ṣe. Gbogbo lọ́balọ́ba níjòyè níjòyè, gbogbo ẹ̀yin kábíyèsí aláṣẹ èkejì òrìṣà, mo ṣèbà yín. Mo ní kádé ó pẹ́ lórí yín sà, mo ní kí rùkẹ̀lẹ̀ ó pẹ́ lọ́wọ́, kí bàtà pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀, káṣẹ pẹ́ lẹ́nu. Ìlú òní torí yín tú, àwọn Aláṣẹkù wọn bá wa ṣe tiwa láṣepé. Mo ṣèbà gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà tá à ń ṣọ̀fẹ̀ fún lẹ́yìn. Èní lọ̀sẹ̀ Ifá, àṣeyé ìpa Ifá o, Ifá orí mi rèé, àṣeyé ìpa Odù, àṣeyé ìpa Ifá, àníkọ́lọ́sẹ̀ ó gbà, èní lọ̀sẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. Ọ̀ṣun ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ̀ olóyin ayò ládékojú ẹbọra tó ń gbé nínú omi, ẹ̀wùjí alágbolódò, ìyá mi wáyanrìn bí ẹni wa owó, bí ẹni wa ọlá, bí ẹni wa ọlà, Àṣèbà, àṣeore yèèyé o, omi o, ọ̀tá o, ẹ̀rí o, àgbá o, oore yèèyé Ọ̀ṣun o, àníkíbà wá ṣe. Èní lọ̀sẹ̀ ajé olókun, ajé ọlọ́sà, ajé ògúngúlùsọ onísọ òbòjì, ajé tó ń sọ ẹrú, tó ń sọ di onígbà aṣọ, ajé apè ẹ́ níbikíbi tó bá wà kó wá jẹ́ wa lóhùn tiwa, ajé kó dúró tì wá, kó dirún kó digba nílé wa, ká kó ajé lọ́nà, ká bájé nílé, ká lájé lọ́wọ́, ká má ní lọ́rùn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àtọ̀tún àtòsì tẹ́yẹlé fi ń gbére ajé wá, kó wọn máa gbére ajé eré owó eré ọlá wá fèmí àtìmí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Èní lọ̀sẹ̀ èṣù láàlú ògbéré òkú, abẹ́ṣóńṣó lórí láàróyè, wọn lẹ́lẹ́kún ń sunkún láàróyè ń sùn jẹ, ẹlẹ́kún ń ṣumí láàróyè ń ṣòfò. Èṣù má ṣe wá ọmọ ẹlòmíì ni kò ṣe o, èṣù bá ṣe ń gbẹ́bọ fún ẹ kó o máa gbà, gbé fáwọn ajogun kẹ́ ẹ máa lé àwọn ajogun jìnnà sí wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Èṣù lé, èṣù ọjà, kó o dúró tì wá, kó o bá wa ṣe tiwa. Èṣù aládé, kó o gbájé wá fún wa lódindi báyìí. Tátàrí ń di tiẹ̀ tí ò kí ń di tiẹ̀ láàbọ̀, kó o wá ṣe tiwa láṣẹ pé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹ̀yin Aláṣẹkù, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ ṣàwọ̀ kù sẹ́yìn, àṣèbáyé o, àníkẹ́ bá wa ṣe tiwa láṣẹ pé ẹ̀yin alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀, ẹ̀yin tẹ̀tẹ̀lú ìdókàwá tó dé, àníkẹ́ ẹ wá ṣe fún wa. Ifá ò torí yín tú, kó má torí tiwa náà bàjẹ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi, àṣèbáwọ̀ gbogbo abiyamọ ló ní òde ọ̀run, abiyamọ ọ̀run láṣẹbà, àníkíbà wa ṣe o. A tún ti wá bọ́ sínú ẹ̀kọ́ Ifá mi. Ẹ̀kọ́ Ifá tá a kọ́ lé ní Odù Ifá Ogbe òjé ni láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Bó òjì ṣe dúró díndín, àwa náà máa dúró, a máa fẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀ nínú ẹ̀kọ́ Ifá yìí. Àní sáré wọlé ká sáré jáde, àti délé, àti dédìí ìṣẹ̀ṣe wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ìṣẹ̀ṣe á gbè wá, Ifá gbè wá. Bá a ṣe ń fi tí ọ̀tún gbọ́ kò ní gbà tòsì jáde. Ó dénú wa báyìí, ó dodindi, ó dowó, ó dọlá, ó dọlà, ó dọmọ, ó dire gbogbo fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ifá fare wá fún wa, Ifá fa ọlá wá fúnra wa, Ifá fa ọlà wá fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo bí tá a bá kọjú sí, ore lèmi àti yín á máa rí. Wọ́n ní ire báyìí lójú ogun ń rí, ire lójú wa máa rí. Ojú owó òkè ń rí bí o, ire lójú wa máa rí. Wọ́n lọ́mọ kéré, ọmọ tóbi gẹ́gẹ́gẹ́ báyìí là ń gbé, ọmọ aráyé á máa gbé yín gẹ̀gẹ̀ ni. Ẹ wá ní ṣubú dànù, ẹ ní ṣubú dànù. Ẹ̀fún ayé ò ní fún èmi àti yín, àṣàṣe ayé ò ní sàṣì wa, àní fọwọ́ ara wa ṣera wa. Wọ́n ní kò sí bá a ṣe lè ṣorí báyìí tí ò ní ní láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn tó láyé, àwọn tó nílẹ̀, wọ́n á máa foríjì wá nígbà tá a bá ṣàṣìṣe. Wọ́n ní kò sí bọ́mọdé ṣe máa jẹ̀kọ́ tí ò ní ra lọ́wọ́. Ibi tá a ti ń jẹ́ tó ti ń rá wa lọ́wọ́, àwọn Aláṣẹkù á máa foríjì wá, Ifá máa foríjì wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọn ò ní ìjà sí wa lára. Gbogbo bá a ṣe wá ń ṣe, tá à ń ṣe làálàá kòókò jọ̀ǹjọ̀, tá à ń fà á máa tóra wọn. Gbogbo bá a ṣe ìlú wa máa dún, wọn ò ní kọ̀dí àìmọ̀ṣe sí wa, tiwa ò ní ṣòro ṣe. Ifá ti gbé àwọn ará iwájú, kò wá nítorí tèmi àti tiẹ̀ kó wá dìṣòro. Ifá gbè wá, ìṣẹ̀ṣe á gbè wá, àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí wọ́n á gbè wá, wọ́n á dúró tì wá, wọ́n á bá wa ṣe tiwa. Wọ́n níjọ́ tó rí bá fojú kan ọ̀run, ìjọ́ yẹn ló ń yọ, kọ́mọ aráyé máa yọ́nú sèmi àti yín. Iṣọ́kùnrin ni, ìṣobìnrin ni, ọmọdé ni, àgbà ni, dúdú ni, funfun ni, lẹ́bọ lóògùn ni, amọ́niṣe ni, afàìmọ́niṣe ni, aṣeni tó ń bá ní dárò ni, oṣoolé ni, àjẹlé ni. Lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé yìí, níbikíbi tó bá wà, kán wá máa yọ́nú sèmi àti yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ìyọ́nú Ọlọ́run bá ìyọ́nú ènìyàn, òun ni ká máa rí. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ wà nílùú àjòjì, tẹ́ ẹ wà nílùú àwọn aláwọ̀ funfun, ire tó wà níbẹ̀ òun ló máa jẹ́ tiyín. Lódindi báyìí lẹ máa gbére wálé. Ẹ wà ní dàbí ejò tó kọjá lórí àpáta tí ò ní pa. Ẹ ní lọ, bó ṣe lọ ló ṣe bọ̀, kò ní jẹ́ tèmi àti yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ire tó wà nílùú yẹn òun lẹ máa bá wọn gbé délé, ẹ máa kó délé ní láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Nílùú ibi tẹ́ ẹ wà, ẹ ní bá wọn fi ṣòkòtò péńgbé oko ọba o, ẹ ní ráàrin fẹsẹ̀ sí o, ẹ ní rálákòóbá. Àwọn tó ti jókòó pé àáríbi tó máa gbé gbà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè lójú ẹ̀mí wọn, àágbé débi gíga. Àwọn la máa fi ṣe àtẹ̀gùn tá a fi máa débi gíga láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn tẹ́ ẹ wá sílẹ̀ sílé náà, ìró ayọ̀ lẹ máa gbọ́. Ẹ ní gbọ́rọ̀ ìbànújẹ́ lórí wọn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ìjọ tó bá wá wù yín pé kẹ́ ẹ padà délé báyìí, wọn ò ní fòkó yín ránṣẹ́ sílé. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ lọ náà lẹ máa bọ̀ pẹ̀lú ọlá, pẹ̀lú ọlà, pẹ̀lú rí ajé àti rí owó láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Tá a bá wá rẹ́ni tó ti lọ síbi tó rí òòrùn, tá a ti rẹ́ni tẹ́sẹ̀ ti gbé lọ síbi tó rí òòrùn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ifá tó ń fi ní mọ̀nà, á fi yín mọ̀nà ibi tí ire yín wà, á fi ní mọ̀nà ibi tí ọlá yín wà, á fi ní mọ̀nà ibi tọ́lá yín wà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àní ṣe lásán. Gbogbo irin tá à ń fi àárọ̀ ọjọ́ wa kójọ, àní fẹ̀yìn ọwọ́ gbà dànù. Ire wa ò ní gbọ̀n mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́, ọmọ aráyé ò ní gbọ́n re wa dànù. Wọn ò ní fi ire èmi àti yín, wọn ò ní fi ṣe àpélé. Àwa tá a ṣiṣẹ́ náà la máa jẹ́. Ìjọ tó bá wá dé, tó délẹ̀ tó yẹ ká gba ẹ̀tọ́ wa, wọn ò ní fi wá ṣàwátì. Ọmọ aráyé ò ní fi ẹ̀tọ́ èmi àti yín, wọn ò ní fi ṣe àpínlé. Fún gbogbo alábíamọ tó ń gbọ́ mi láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, ọmọ aráyé ò ní di bàtà ọ̀fọ̀, wọn ò ní ìdí wá bá yín lé. Ẹrù tálábíamọ ìtú, wọn ò ní gbé wá ká èmi àti yín mọ́lé o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn ọmọ tá a bí, àwọn ọmọ tá a tọ́ lójú ẹ̀mí wa, wọ́n á dirun, wọ́n á digba, wọ́n á ṣoríire. Níjọ́ nǹkan ẹ̀yẹ wọn ò ní dúró ìṣẹ́jú kan fún wa, wọn ò ní fi wá ṣàwátì. Ẹni ẹlẹ́yìn ò ní gbà ṣe wa ṣe. Àwa tá a tọ́wọ́ náà la máa jókòó, tá a máa rí wọn tó máa ṣoríire láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọn wá wá ní fọmọ dà wá láàmú. Wọ́n ní atakóró wọnú àdó ò lè mú tiẹ̀ wọ́, àwa ti mú tiwa wọ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ire ọlá àti ire ọlà tó bò wá ó ti bo àwọn ọmọ wa. Gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà tá à ń pè wọ́n ń bá wa wo àwọn ọmọ wa ni. Abiyamọ ayé abiyamọ ọ̀run á bá wa wo tiwa láwòye láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọn ò ní fọmọ dà yín láàmú. Àìsàn kéré ó tóbi ó gbóògùn ni kò gbóògùn ni ọmọ aráyé ò ní fi kankan nú ẹ̀ ṣe wá. Àní dùbúlẹ̀ àìsàn fọmọ, ọmọ ò ní dùbúlẹ̀ àìsàn fún wa. Àgbó àtọ́ àdàgbà àfèrè ìdìjògbè tá a bá wá dàgbà tán láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àní fàìsàn lògbà. Wọn ò ní fi wá da àwọn ọmọ wa láàmú láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àgbà tó ń tolé òun l'Elédùmarè á fi tiwa ṣe. Àní kánjú kú o, àní fọjọ́ ọlọ́jọ́ lọ o, àní bá wọn kúkú wọ̀ọ̀wọ̀, àní fọjọ́ ọlọ́jọ́ lọ. Lójú ẹ̀mí wa nílé ayé yìí àgbó àtọ́ nínú ọlá nínú ọlà ní láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ire ajé ò ní wọ́n wa. Wọ́n ní àbùdí ní tolókun àbùdí ní tọlọ́sà, èmi àti yín bá a ṣe ń bù á máa dí. Ẹ̀rù ò bá wa láti náwó torí pé àpò ṣàṣàmùrà ìgbẹ, àpò wa ò ní gbẹ fowó, kò ní gbẹ fọ́lá, kò ní gbẹ fọ́là. Wọ́n ní kí la fi ń bu ajé lótú ìfẹ́, ẹran ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ ni. Ẹran ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ yẹn ló ní kára tù yín, kára dẹ̀ yín pẹ̀sẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo àdáwọ́lé wa báyìí ìdẹ̀ra ló máa bá dé. Àní fi àìsàn, àní fi lògbà, àní fi ìnira, àní fi lògbà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹni tó bá wá ní ká má dé, wọ́n lóhùn làwa ò ní bá lé toró di dandan káwa dé nínú ayọ̀ àtàlàáfíà. Ẹni tó bá ní òun fẹ́ wo ibi tẹ́ ẹ máa gbé gbà lójú ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ báyìí, ẹ máa gbé débi gíga. Ẹni tó bá wá ní kò ní ṣojú òun láṣẹ Èdùmàrè á ṣẹ̀yìn. Wọ́n á jẹun tán láyé báyìí, wọ́n á lọ ṣan wọ́n lọ́run ní láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹni tó bá ní ọ̀nà máa dàrú mọ́ yín lójú, ògùn látàrí ọ̀ṣì mọ̀lẹ̀ á fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ wọn wẹ̀, á fẹ̀jẹ̀ wọn pa títì lárú láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ògùn tó lànà falára á lànà fẹ́mi àti yín. Ògùn tó lànà fàjẹrò níjọ́sí á lànà fẹ́mi àti yín. Ọ̀nà kì í dí mọ́ lọ́kọ́, ọ̀nà kì í dí mọ́ ládàá, ọ̀nà rírí jẹ, ọ̀nà rírí mu kò ní dí mọ́ wa. Ọ̀nà ò ní paná mọ́ wa lójú láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo àwa tá à ń jáde, tá à ń lọ, tá à ń bọ̀, òun lákàáyé àpàlọ́ àtàbọ̀ wa mọ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àní rárìn fẹsẹ̀ sí o. Ìjọ́ tí bí bá ń pa títì àní bá wọn rìn lọ́jọ́ náà, tọmọ tẹbí tará tọkọtaya láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ìró ayọ̀ báyìí la máa gbọ́ sáwọn tó ní wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àní tójú ayé mọ́lẹ̀, àní taṣọ àgbà mọ́lẹ̀, àní rí ìbínú àwọn àgbàlagbà, àní rí ìbínú àwọn tó láyé. Àwọn aláṣekù wọn ò ní kọ̀dí àìmọ̀ṣe sí wa o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo ibi tá a wá kọjú sí ire ló ra máa gbàbẹ̀ wọlé fún wa. Wọ́n ní agbe tí ń gbére pàdé olókùn, wọ́n ní kó má gbére pàdé olókùn mọ́, kó o má gbére bò wá gbogbo àwọn tó ń gbóhùn mi lẹ́nu. Àlùkò tó ń gbére pàdé ọlọ́ṣà, wọ́n ní kó o má gbé pàdé ọlọ́ṣà mọ́, máa gbére bò wá bá gbogbo ojú tó ń rí mi lẹ́nu láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ire owó ire ọlá báyìí òun ló máa gbé wá fún wa. Àní dúpẹ́ tipátipá o. Èmi àti yín ò ní bá wọn dúpẹ́ tipátipá o torí pé oore odindi báyìí òun ló máa gbé wá fún wa. Wọ́n ní lódindi látàrí ń di tiẹ̀, àtàrí kan ń di tiẹ̀ láàbò. Oore odindi báyìí ló máa gbé wá fún wa. Wọ́n ní láàárín pèrègún òun ni màrìwò tí ń ṣẹ̀ṣọ́ lóore. Láàárín àwọn ọ̀tá yín òun lẹ ti máa débi gíga, òun lẹ ti máa ṣẹ̀ṣọ́ owó tọlátọlà nínú ọlá, nínú ìgbéga, nínú ìdùnnú, nínú ayọ̀ àti ìlera pípé òun làwa máa fi lò gbà. Ire ajé tí àwa ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún láṣẹ Èdùmàrè á dìrandíran fún wa. Ire ajé wa kò ní parẹ́ lójú ẹ̀mí wa. Àti ìrandíran báyìí òun làwa máa fi ṣe ire ajé. Tá a bá ti wá rí ẹnikẹ́ni, wọ́n ní ìran mẹ́ta ìtòṣì. Ìran bẹ́yìn ti wá, ó ti bẹ̀ẹ́ kẹrin báyìí tó ń tòṣì lọ. Lójú ẹ̀mí tiyín, ìran yẹn á dìran olówó, á dìran alájé, á dìran ọlọ́lá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo babaláwo Iyanifa bàbá lóríṣà ìyá lóríṣà ní àpẹtẹ bí ẹ̀yìn eléwé ọmọ. Gbogbo àwa tá à ń ṣiṣẹ́ ẹrú mọlẹ̀ ni mò ń wúre fún báyìí pé àní fọmọ ṣiṣẹ́, àní fàyà ṣiṣẹ́, àní farawa ṣiṣẹ́. Iṣẹ́ táwọn ìyá mi ti parí, iṣẹ́ t'Elédùmarè ti yọ́nú sí òun ló máa gbé wá fún wa. Bá a ṣe ń yí á máa dún. Bójú mi la bù fún wọn ni á jẹ́, bó jẹ́ yẹ̀pẹ̀ la bù fún wọn ni á jẹ́. Bá a ṣe ń já ewé, ewé á máa jẹ́ fún wa. Bá a ṣe ń já egbò, egbò á máa jẹ́ fún wa. Àwa ní ṣiṣẹ́ ṣe o, àní farawa ṣiṣẹ́ o, àní gbẹ́rù tiwa sílẹ̀ ká fatẹni ẹlẹ́ni sórí o. Gbogbo bá a ṣe ń ṣe, wọ́n ní lọ́rọ̀ à ń pa Elédùmarè ló ń sọ́dọ̀ tó. Elédùmarè á máa bá wa sọ́dọ̀ tán láṣẹ Èdùmarè. Gbogbo ibi tá a bá kọjú sí owó ọlà ló máa wọlé fún wa o. Níbi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ bá wá wà, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń dá okòwò sílẹ̀, atajere atawarawara báyìí l'Elédùmarè máa fi ṣe fún yín torí wọ́n ní ọmọ ẹ̀tà ní kọ́kọ́ tà kọ́mọ ẹlòmíràn tó tà. àtàjèrè ni o. Àwọn èèyàn jankan-jankan lẹ́ẹ̀kan lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé yìí ló máa bá yín rajà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Iṣẹ́ kékeré báyìí owó ńlá ni Elédùmarè máa ṣe fún yín. Wọ́n nínú igbó lorúgbó àtobìnrin wà, ọmọ aráyé ń lànà kan ni. Wọ́n á lànà erékùn yìí, wọ́n á lànà lákàn yìí, wọ́n á lànà làpọ̀ ẹ̀mí àti yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Obì tó ń bikú lórí alára, obì ti bikú lórí èmi àti yín lẹ́yìn. Obì ti bí àrùn lórí wa lẹ́yìn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Orógbó ló ní ká gbó ká tọ́ ká fèrè gìjòbì láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Mo ní látẹ̀yìn lọ kọ́mọ aráyé wá máa fẹnu yọ̀ kọ́ máa fi wí tiwa. Kọ́mọ aráyé máa fẹnu yọ̀ wí tiwa. Iyọ̀ ló ní kémi àti yín láyọ̀. Wọ́n ní àwa tá a bá wọn mú yọ̀yọ̀ra ọ̀rọ̀ ayọ̀ ló bá wa, ọ̀rọ̀ ìbànújẹ́ kan kì í báyọ̀. Èmi àti yín ti bá wọn mú yọ̀yọ̀ra lẹ́yìn o, ọ̀rọ̀ ayọ̀ ló máa bá wa, ọ̀rọ̀ ìbànújẹ́ kan kò ní bá wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní àwíṣẹ́ ní ti fá, àfọ̀ṣẹ́ ní tọ̀rúnmìlà. Èyí tá a wí lẹ́yìn àṣẹ ti dùn, arọ̀ ti rọ̀ mọ́, ó ti wí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti jẹ bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti ṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀. Torí tẹ́yìn iwájú bá gé ẹran tèrìgì máa ń gbà á ni. Wọ́n ní àbálá alágẹmọ máa ń dá, òrìṣà òkè ló ń fàṣẹ sí. Èmi àti yín tún ti dábàá lẹ́yìn báyìí, òrìṣà òkè ti bá wa fàṣẹ sí. Ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti ṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ o, àṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àṣẹ. Gbogbo ìwúre tá a wú lẹ́ni ó ti borí yín lé o. Orí yín ò ní kọ́, ẹlẹ́dàá yín ò ní kọ́, ìṣẹ̀dá yín ò ní kọ́. Bí mo ṣe ṣèwúre fún yín, kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́mi náà tẹbí tará tọmọ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Títí ọ̀la tá a tún máa pàdé lórí ètò Àṣẹ for Today. Èmi náà ni o, èmi lolólùfẹ́ yín, èmi ni tiyín ní tòótọ́, Iyanifa Ewa tí gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ sí Iyanifa Ewa. Mo ní ire báyìí òun la máa bára wa ṣe. Thank you very much for saying Àṣẹ to the Ìwúre. Until tomorrow when I come your way again on another episode of Àṣẹ for Today, I remain your host, the founder of the Ifá College and the host of Àṣẹ for Today, Iyanifa Ewa, popularly known as Iyanifa Ewa. 6 a.m. Nigerian time, 5 a.m. in UK and Ghana, 12 midnight for those on the EST, 9 p.m. for those on the Pacific time, and they said it's 11 p.m. or for those of you on the CST. I will see you tomorrow on another episode. Iyanifa Ewa TV is the YouTube channel. Head over there to catch a replay. If you have not followed, click on the plus sign to follow so that you'll be notified the next time we go on the live streaming. Lashe Edumare. You have been binge watching on YouTube. Thank you so much. And I know that you have been getting a lot of knowledge from Ifa. The WhatsApp number will be pinned on your screen right now. Please help me pin the WhatsApp number. Copy it. You need a divination. You need to do your Itefa, your Ishefa. You have any questions that you cannot ask in an open space like this, just send the message. Don't forget to visit Ifa College to pre-order for the sacred text of Ifa, to register for our Ifa business classes, where we are learning how to build generational wealth. Don't forget to head over there and join in. The WhatsApp number will be posted on your screen shortly. Thank you so much, Dibiakana. The WhatsApp number has been posted on your screen right now. Send a message there, ask all your questions, whatever it is that you need. This is Ifa College, and I'm the founder of Ifa College, Iyanifa Ewa. I teach you, I help you to unlearn all the misconceptions and the lies that you have been told about African spirituality, about ÌṢÄŠE, about Ifa, about who you are, about Africa as a whole. And I help you to learn the truth, the undiluted, unwatered down truth about your identity, about who you are and what you represent. And I help you to relearn certain things that you used to know before that you had probably forgotten. Yes, so you are in the right place and we are doing the right thing. Àṣẹ for Today is our daily live streaming where we teach every morning. We pick one Odù Ifá, one essay Ifá every morning. We break it down in the original Yoruba text. We translate it into English. We talk about the lessons and the blessings of each of that Odù. Right, and then we talk about how to apply it to our everyday life, because what is the essence of learning Ifa if you cannot apply it to your everyday life? We're able to apply it to our everyday lives, and it ends with the Ìwúre and the prayer. So until tomorrow, thank you for the likes, the gifts, the follows, the everything that you have done. We'll make it a day tomorrow. I say, Kí Ifá ó bá ní ṣe, kí Elédùmarè ó bá ní ṣe. Àwọn tó ṣàwo kù sẹ́yìn kó bá wa ṣe, Ifá bá wa ṣe, Elédùmarè á bá wa ṣe, ìṣẹ̀ṣe á gbè wá o láṣẹ Èdùmarè, àṣẹ.